welcome from the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Bob and Tom.
At the Silac Insurance Desk, it's Christy Lee.
Hello.
Bob and Tom.
There's Pat Godwin.
Hi, Chick.
Hello. There's Josh Arnold.
Chickster.
In the Detroit Lions flannel today. Very nice.
Thank you.
Ace Cosby's here. There's Tom Griswold.
Bob and Tom.
I'm Chick McGee, and here we go.
I barely got here.
And if you haven't listened in a while, today's the day to listen.
Oh, man, I was walking through the hallway. I got behind Josh, and jeez. Wow, take your time.
How'd you describe it?
The Josh Arnold shuffle.
The lumbering.
Yes. Ace passed him, and Ace is walking with a walker with 2 broken bones in his leg. You certainly are relaxed today.
Really how
I am typically relaxed when I come in. I like
When you come in, you're nice and relaxed and ready to go to work.
I like to mosey.
Mosey?
Tom could not wait to get around you, apparently.
Well, the thing about it is
You hear him behind you.
Yes, and that was the second or third time that happened this morning, where he sneaks up behind me, and he really does tailgate you. He bites your ass.
Get out of my way.
As you're walking. So earlier I stepped out of his way so he could get into the green room before me, and then coming into the studio, he was
pushy.
What, an inch from my back?
Yeah.
You kind of snapped a bit.
Yeah. It's like, oh, for Pete's sake, go around me.
What is it about tailgating? Do you tailgate?
Not at all.
Driving?
No, I do not.
I find that hard to believe.
Just walking.
Just the shuttling.
I don't know.
And then what happened? He was in such a
Joe Biden passed you.
He was in such a hurry to sit down and sit there.
And just sit there. He wasn't going anywhere.
No.
I have work to do over here. There's a lot going
I gotta
on.
sit here.
I
I got to sit here and look at this monitor.
We have a very big show today. We'll have Duke Tomato, the Duke Tomato Trio, among others.
That's not all.
Playing some music for us. It's going to be fun. I thought we would review a couple. I was looking at this list of old slang, and some of these things, it's amazing. We've always talked about how certain slang terms stick around, like cool.
Yeah.
Cool's been around for a long time, and it's sort of stuck.
Cool has been forever.
Here's some from the 1920s. I don't think you hear often. The bee's knees.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah, I'm aware of that.
You don't hear it often. It is old.
It's in movies and stuff.
Blotto,
Oh, drunk. Yeah.
of course. The cat's meow. That's still around.
And not really.
I mean, that's as around as the bee's knees.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dapper.
Yeah,
Oh, that man looks dapper. I think you hear that.
I'm a
Okay.
Dapper Dan man.
Yeah.
She's a doll.
I still hear that.
Yeah, but now
Dapper was brought back this year because of the Met Gala, because that was a whole theme of the whole Met Gala. Was
You're going
Dapper.
gala?
Gala, Gala, whatever.
didn't Dapper come back when they brought back Dapper Dan?
Yes,
In
but
the-
Well, was that movie? I don't know if that movie was that popular. Was
I don't
it?
think it was that.
Dapper Dan.
Oh, here's one you don't hear. Ducky,
Ducky.
charming or delightful.
Rubber ducky.
No,
you're the-
no, that's really Ducky.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Molly Ringwald and-
That one's gone.
Oh, Ducky from
John Cryer.
Yeah, John Cryer. That's
Gams.
Ducky, I know.
Oh, yeah. Look at those gams.
Pretty in Pink.
Again, that's going to date you.
Gams or stems?
Yeah, stems. How do you feel about stems for a lady's leg?
No, never heard that one.
Never heard it.
Never heard stem.
No.
Oh.
Really?
Here's one. I just saw this. Giggle water.
Oh,
yeah,
sure.
Giggle
That's
water?
booze.
That sounds
Prohibition
very
booze, baby.
That
Well,
sounds very old west.
Babe Ruth, whenever he called us, remember, he would always use the term giggle water. Here's one I love, heebie-jeebies. Mm-hmm. I get that when I look at, like, skin disease.
I say heebie-jeebies a
Look at that when
lot.
people walk 1 inch behind me.
Rightfully
Must
so.
happen a lot.
Tailgate.
You're 100-yard dash, and the guy could do a sub 4-minute mile. You're still lumbering. And
I'm not going to argue that. But
okay. Everything is Jake.
yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jake.
Again, these are from the 1920s.
Yeah.
My mother used this one, hooch.
Oh.
For
Does she have a problem?
Yeah,
she getting a program?
now, but hooch technically means illegal liquor.
Right.
Oh, from Prohibition times.
Yeah, you don't hear this one much anymore. The Amal,
The what?
Oh, girlfriend.
A mall?
the girlfriend of a gangster.
Yeah.
The last time I heard this one was in a Commander Cody song. A petting party.
You know, they call him Mr. Relatable.
Petting party?
A social gathering where young people are kissing and making out.
Petting.
A petting party.
Oh, it's
Never heard that.
like a rainbow party.
So it turns into a petting party. One doesn't go, hey, tonight I'm having a petty party. A
Petting party, you know.
Yeah.
Right.
A petty party. Boy, that's fun. Yeah.
Put on a refugee.
You could pet to petty, though. That'd be nice.
You could.
Yeah.
People have. Yeah.
Break
Yeah.
down.
Break down.
Yeah.
Now, here's one. This is from the 1930s. This is still around. The Big House.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, what is it?
We still haven't stumbled upon the good slang for prison.
Isn't,
You don't think so?
Isn't it up the river?
He went away.
Upstate, up the river.
Pokey.
I don't think up
Yeah.
the river. No. Definitely not.
Something is all wet.
You're all wet, man.
Yeah, that one's kind of drifted off.
You think that comes from why don't you go take a long walk on a short pier, and then you end up all wet,
I bet you're right.
huh?
Oh, this says the definition
I
of.
thought it was they were a wet blanket.
Is my mic on?
This says all wet, completely wrong. That's what it means. This one is gone. Bumps means whispers or rumors.
Oh, I thought bumps was my
I
lovely
thought it was boobs.
lady lumps, my humps.
No, bumps is a quantity of cocaine.
Oh yeah,
You want a bump? That's
a big show like we're having today. I had to do a bump.
Yeah.
We all bumped.
Now, if someone said, "I'll tell you what, that's cactus."
You bumped into
That's
Josh.
cactus. I've never heard that.
That's cactus.
Means it's done. It's finished.
Huh.
Did you see that? And then, for those of you that have ever worked in a restaurant, the term 86.
Yeah.
Means we're out.
We're out of something.
Yeah,
It's
we're out of it.
86,
86.
which is currently in political news. If you haven't,
86 the tuna.
yeah, exactly. There's currently a whole political story about
You
it.
could 86 somebody from a bar.
I recommend 86ing that news article. Let's see. A cat, a cool guy.
Cool cat.
Then it says, quote, often a jazz enthusiast. He's a cool cat. Cheesed off.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah. So far, cactus is the only one I hadn't heard.
Yeah, here, I'd never heard this one. Darb.
Oh, I haven't heard that. What's darb?
Yeah, she's a darb.
Oh, that means she's short, like Darby O'Gill.
No,
Little people.
just something wonderful.
Adorable.
Something
maybe?
wonderful.
Yeah. Now this one's been adapted to contemporary culture. A G-man.
Yeah.
And,
Slang that Tom's up to date on, a G-man. They just used it yesterday in the news in Tom's world.
Yes. What? How is it contemporary?
A government man is what G-man said.
Sure.
FBI agent.
Often an FBI agent.
Did they just say the G? Isn't that the current? Perhaps not.
G stands for gangster now, I think, is what you got to
Oh, okay.
Original G. Yeah.
A patsy.
Yeah.
Generally used referring to Lee Harvey Oswald. No, I'm sorry.
Ruby took care of that, though. my
A
God.
scapegoat.
Ruby was a good soldier.
This one's still around. Ritzy, something fancy or elegant.
That's from the Ritz, right?
But did you know that the term sacco is from the 1930s? Something's impressive or that really hasn't stuck around. And here's one I've never heard. Anybody know what a Y-E-G-G, a yegg?
Y-E-G-G. Yeah.
That's a yes to eggs.
Yes.
It's a safecracker.
Oh, nice.
That's obscure.
Need a good yegg.
Yeah, wow. We'll be reviewing some more of these things coming up. Lots of other exciting things happening today. Music with Duke Tomato, the Duke Tomato Trio, and more right now. This is Mental Health Awareness Month, encouraging everyone to take care of their well-being. And also it's about breaking the stigma of being just kind of afraid of being judged by others should you seek counseling or therapy. And it's about breaking that stigma. So be thinking about that. And if you're thinking about therapy and have been kind of hesitant, here's a way to access therapy that's a little easier and perhaps will remove one of the hurdles. It's called BetterHelp, and it's been out there for about 10 years and has helped some 5 million people. There are more than 30,000 licensed therapists participating in the BetterHelp program. The way it works is you fill out a questionnaire. You'll be matched with one of those 30,000 licensed therapists. They have a wide range of specialties. They'll try to focus on a particular issue that you'd like to talk about. Then the therapy is done online. So it's done with a camera going like a Zoom call or with a camera off like a phone call or even texting back and forth. Get all the information at BetterHelp.com/BT show. Adding the /BT show will knock 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, H-E-L-P, BetterHelp.com/BT show. What's coming up in sports?
NFL news and notes, and what I think, and also we've got letters for Tom coming up, and my trouble with the law.
Oh, and a great song from Duke when we come back. We are in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
I never forget one time we were doing a show. We were doing the Bob and Tom show. I was on it there on Carb Morning, and they were live in the infield. Townsend Bell, I had gotten Townsend Bell when he was still driving to be on the show. So at that morning, I was Tom, Christie, Townsend Bell. Pat McAfee was sitting here, then Bob, and Chick McGee. Okay. And so we're talking back and forth. And at one point, Tom looks at Townsend Bell and he goes, "So Townsend, who do you think is going to win the Indianapolis 500 this year?" And Townsend Bell looks right at Pat McAfee. He goes, "Pat, you're a professional athlete. Do you ever get used to the media asking you stupid questions?" Bob and Chick hit their feet. They were applauding, standing ovation. Oh my gosh! One of the biggest laughs. It was just phenomenal.
The reviews are in, and America can't get enough of Chick McGee's Silac commercial. Fanatical fans everywhere are even watching it in reverse. You know, this actually kind of makes sense. Truth is, you won't be finding any retirement checks in your mailbox until you first go back into your house and log on to SilacINS.com. At the Silac website, you'll even find a special link just for Bob and Tom listeners. Hey, hold on now. This part shouldn't be going backwards. There we are. It's SilacINS.com. Don't go backwards in retirement. Look forward to your retirement. Look into an annuity from Silac Insurance.
I'd known Mike Pence since 1998 when I was working for WIBC and we moved downtown. He was working on Radio Network Indiana, and our offices were right next to each other. And this was before he ran for Congress and won, and way before governor and all that. And so we would go to lunch twice a week and just talk about that, this or the other. So then he became a congressman, and then he ran for governor, and I got to help with his campaign a little bit. I mean, I hosted his announcement party that he was running for governor, and I hosted his prayer breakfast as part of his inauguration and all that. So I was, just thrilled that, he and Karen had been lifted to this point. So in 2017, he had just been sworn in as vice president. And he was coming back to the 500 for the first time as vice president. And I'll never forget that morning, like 5 Black Hawk helicopters coming in and landing back on the golf course. These guys aren't jacking around, let me tell you. So it was set up that I would interview him in the suite that he was going to be in the second term on like lap 30 or 40. They were going to pick me up on like lap 30 and have me go up there. So I'm back in the garage area. And that year, I've been on the 9th floor of the Pagoda for the 500 on the radio network. I've been in the North Pits. I've been here, there, and the other. Well, that year, I'm in the garage area and the hospital. That's what I'm covering. I'm the guy nobody wants to talk to because you've either broke or you crashed if you're talking to Dave. So it gets to be about half an hour before the start of the 500. And, of course, oftentimes on the first laps, there's an accident, and so I would have to go to the hospital and interview somebody. And then in like an hour, I'm supposed to go interview the vice president. So I thought, I better take care of business. So I go in the bathroom. I'm the only one back there. Everybody else is out on the starting grid. So I go to the bathroom, and I got a belt on that's holding up my pants, and I got another belt that's holding up my radio gear. So I get everything all situated, and I'm holding up my radio network belt with my little finger, and things are going fine. And all of a sudden, my finger slipped off that belt, and the river jumped off its banks all over the front of my pants, my khaki pants. A half an hour before the start of the race, an hour before I'm supposed to interview the vice president, I'm surrounded by 300,000 people. There's no way I'm going to run home and get another pair of pants. So, man, I'm grabbing towels and I'm wiping to beat the band. Oh, my gosh. And I do that. So, again, I'm the only one back there. So I jump on my golf cart and I run over to the south part of the garage area. And I'm standing out there in the sun and the wind going, come on, Mother Nature. And thank goodness, A, nobody crashed on the first lap, and B, my pants dried. Because what would what would be the reaction of the Secret Service when I come walking up to interview the vice president with Lake Michigan on my pants? So, but thankfully they all dried out. But I got to thinking afterwards, every square inch of that infield is covered with video. So somewhere on the 9th floor of the pagoda, there's a guy staring at a bank of monitors going, will you look at that? Wilson pissed his pants.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. There's Christy Lee. There's Pat Godwin.
Hello.
Hello, Josh Arnold.
Hello.
There's Ace Cosby. We are in the O'Reilly Auto Parts studios. Remember, think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Hello, Tom.
Hello, Chick McGee. We have some sporting news to get to, but first we have a lot of letters here.
Yes, we do.
A lot of dreams. People are
A
really.
lot of letters.
We were talking about these stress dreams.
Yeah.
We really do need to get a serious person that can analyze these for us. I've got one here. This comes to us from Harmony.
Harmony.
Harmony writes, moving is one of the most stressful things you can do.
Favorite song.
Throughout college, I moved about 7 times over the years.
Oh.
I have a recurring dream once a week that I am moving. I have not packed. I have no packing materials, and no one is helping me. I end up taking many, many trips with all my belongings in my arms, falling down the stairs and tripping.
Whoa.
I wake up hyperventilating in a cold sweat every time this happens.
My goodness.
In a cold sweat.
What do you got over there, Chick?
Regarding Tom, your question to my man Greg Warren about a hold yesterday used in wrestling. You remember
yes.
this?
Yes.
The full Nelson, the half Nelson. The Nelson family of holds is named after Lord Nelson.
Oh, really?
I learned this from you, Tom.
Because he had one arm?
Twice. No, evidently he was an avid wrestler. And did you not hear? He got the fact from you.
Yeah, I don't remember the fact. I have an encyclopedic memory, but...
I believe that. You're talking about the rifleman with Edwin McCain on the other day. Lucas McCain was the right. Chuck Connors. Did you know Chuck Connors played for the Boston Celtics during the glory years from 46 to 48?
No kidding.
Pre-Russell. He's attributed... Okay, this is from Jason. He's attributed as the first NBA player to break a backboard. However, it was not on a dunk, but a set shot that was way too hard, hit the front of the rim, and broke the glass backboard.
Oh.
JD says, carry on. He's in Galion, Ohio. I know where that is.
Wow. Here's a stress dream from Court. My recurring anxiety dream that hits me like clockwork about once a month, and that's kind of been the standard. One, maybe once a month, or it's always the night before what's supposed to be my last college hockey game ever. The pressure is high, the locker room's buzzing, and I can't get my gear on. He couldn't find his jock in one dream. He couldn't get his skates on, completely lost the ability to tie them. And another, he had everything on except his gloves. They were locked in a vending machine.
Oh.
Wow.
No change?
That's interesting.
She says, Court from Canada, also it's sauce toss season again. Oh, it is. Yes, I have. I had my sauce toss out last week. Have you seen the sauce toss?
No.
No.
It's a game. You can essentially play hockey year-round in your front yard. It's got 2 nets and some sticks, and I love it. Love it. I'll make a video of the sauce toss.
Yeah, please
Why is it
do.
called that?
Yeah.
Because you're tossing the saucer.
Oh,
puck.
it's like
Yeah,
frisbee.
It's a puck.
Or
it's a hockey.
I was thinking hollandaise.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, I see. Wow.
Barbecue
Yeah.
sauce, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about the wing.
Tomato.
Good morning, Bob and Tom Show. This is from Justin. I've worked in the private aviation business for a decade now. Every once in a while, I have a dream of towing a private jet in and out of its hangar, which I have to do every day as part of my job.
Well.
But in these dreams, I'm towing the aircraft and suddenly hit the wing or wall of another plane. I then wait for my immediate termination.
Oh.
This has actually happened in real life, but thankfully I still have my job. By the way, those accidents can easily cost hundreds of thousands or sometimes millions of dollars.
Yikes.
Yikes.
Well,
that would be high anxiety.
I got a letter here. This is from Brad. He says, I heard you guys talking about paper reinforcements.
No, you Luddite, we're talking about.
Would you have if you've got a 3-ring notebook and you punch the holes in, then you put those little reinforcements on.
Right, and you do them proactively. I used to use them after a tear.
So after ripping? No, you got to do them in advance.
Preventative maintenance is your slogan.
He goes, before we went digital, as an accountant, we use those all the time. We refer to them as paper A-holes. That's from Brad Z. I like Brad Z. I think we're going to try to hook up with the Duke Tomato Trio, going to the back there, and get our first tune. Hey, Duke, hello, how are you, sir?
I'm well. It's actually become a hextet.
Oh, great. Oh, the ladies are going to sing with you?
Mike's going to play with us.
All right, I'm looking forward to it. Well, let's hear a little something. What do you have in mind?
I don't have it in me because that's what you told me to play.
Okay, very good. I was pretending the behind-the-scenes stuff was going to stay.
1, 2, 3, 4. Baby now. Till late at night, she's telling me I can't do nothing right. I can't take it. What can I say? I pack my bag, let me get away. Yes, for certain. Yes, for sure. Don't have it in me to put it in her no more. Don't smell right. Does not like that movie that I took to last night. I work too much, but I'm always around. Well, that voice can be an irritating sound, ma'am. Yes, for certain. Yes, for sure. Don't have it in me to put it in her no more. Lord, I don't have it in me.
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 I don't have it in me.
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 Yes, for certain. Yes, for sure. Don't have it in me to put it in her no more. Lord. Yeah. I might have been, but I'm no fathead. her patience gets thin. Her mouth is on some eternal quest. I wish she'd put that thing to rest. Yes, for saying, yes, for sure. Don't have it in me to put it in her no more. Lord, I don't have it in me.
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 Yes, for certain. Yes, for sure. Don't have it in me to put it in her no more. Don't have it in me.
Don't have it in
Lord, I
me.
don't have it in me.
Don't have it in me.
Have it in me.
Don't have it in me.
Don't have it in me.
Don't have it in me.
Yes, for Satan. Yes, for sure. Don't have it in me to put it in the her. No more.
The Duke Tomato Sextet today, a special edition with Michael Reed in the keyboards, Annie Manley, Amy Eisman on the bass, Bill Ritter, and that very handsome Dawson Willette on the drums. Ladies and gentlemen, all the ladies are all looking at Dawson.
Yeah,
oh,
baby.
yeah.
They call him the Creek.
Oh, yeah.
He's always smiling.
He's hot. He's on the move. And I understand, Duke, that Dawson also is
Now, don't do it, Tom.
a professional. He works at a professional capacity.
Yes, he does.
Can you say what it is?
He works as a butcher.
Works at the butcher shop.
Hey.
And what's his nickname?
I'm not doing it.
Okay.
Are you doing it?
Yeah. What's his nickname?
What?
Oh, is that right? The Wiener Wizard. Knows his way. Oh, yeah.
Make the bratwurst.
Knows his way around the worst.
So let's say a side of beef falls off the truck. I show up about that time. You just put it right in the trunk for me.
All right. Well, you guys take a break. We're going to get back to some more music with Duke and the boys and the girls, too.
I have a letter for Josh.
If you're just joining us, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. We're coming to you from the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. We have letters?
Yes. Good morning, gang. Pacifically, Josh. And they wrote Pacifically.
Very nice.
Look at this. They sent a picture. I found a bidet in a truck stop bathroom.
Oh, how about that?
I am in Mesquite, Nevada. 10 years of trucking. This is the only one I've seen in 40 states I've driven through.
Wow.
I know you're wondering if I used it. No, I did not.
Yeah,
I used my dude wipes.
Oh, there we go.
He loves our show. And there's a photo here. If I had to see this bidet, so did you. That's from Michael. So there you go.
Does it have instructions? And I wouldn't even know how to use it.
It's the classic, a beautiful bathroom. It looks like it's some sort of...
At a truck stop?
Yeah.
That's nice.
They're very nice now.
Some sort of granite.
Now, when you're using the bidet, do you have to tighten your legs up so it doesn't squirt out between them?
No, it goes elsewhere.
There it is. Check that out.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
Oh, okay, yeah, it's a separate bowl.
Now, which way do you face? Do you face the wall or do you face...
Well, feng shui, you got to face north.
That is a nice bathroom, man.
Do you want the spray to hit you in the balls or the butt? You got it.
Thank you, Christy. Somewhat graphic.
I might put
around.
that faux wood up on my bathroom walls. That looks kind of nice.
A luxury vinyl plank.
That is a nice bathroom. This is a letter that I...
There's no way that's wood.
No, that can't be.
Speaking of anxiety dreams, this comes to us from Jake. He writes, I was in the marching band in high school. 8 years later, I still have the marching band dream. I'm in the middle of the stadium. It's full. The show starts. I don't know the music or the march or which way to go.
Man, oh man.
I'm standing on the 50-yard line. Everybody is moving around me, and the crowd starts laughing.
Just goes to show you, no matter what it is you're into, you're going to have the anxiety dream about it.
Yeah.
This is
Now,
interesting.
what do we know about marching bands? Remember, we talked to a guy who was a marching band director, and they make a program at a computer that helps you choreograph, if you will, the various formations marching bands make on the field.
And they're getting great.
They get a lot of money for that, too.
Wow. I wonder what kind of the people who, like a psychologist, what kind of dreams do they have? Do they dream that they're giving someone terrible advice?
Maybe. Or they can't find their notes.
Or they can't find the clock and the people keep talking.
They can't find the,
Oh, that'd be the best one.
They certainly have to. There has to be a therapist out there who looks at their appointment book. Oh, crazy's coming in at 2. Yeah.
Oh, look, 10:15. I got Johnson. Oh, God.
I really disappointed my therapist yesterday.
Why?
But you
I had to postpone, and I know she just looks forward to it.
really?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm so sorry.
Okay, I have a serious question I want an honest answer.
Okay.
Have you ever, in the course of talking to your therapist, or any therapist you might have been to prior to this, done part of your act?
No. I don't do that. I know that there are comedians who have. That's not.
I think there are comedians who insist on trying to make their therapist laugh.
No. I mean, we make each other laugh, but it's just in conversation. So.
You're an engaging guy.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm not going to run bits. Now, I've talked about my act in terms of like, you know, it can be fairly self-deprecating, and is that bad for my mental health, that kind of thing. But I haven't actually run bits.
Are you like
Is
me, your
Kinda.
therapist? How much do you talk about your parents as opposed to talking about Tom?
Do you think therapy is working? Because you sort of snapped earlier this morning.
Yeah, I think someone has an anger issue.
At Tom, I might point out.
I may address that the next time.
70% of the conversation is about people I work with. Oh, yeah.
Well, there was, I think, a larger point going on there, that you had not put yourself into work mode yet. I'd already been here for a couple of hours and was rather busy, and you were in my way, which is pretty much the way you are all of the
The
time.
day's show gets over, and you, it's like the Rose Parade. You immediately start working on tomorrow's show. Hey, we got a letter. Dear Dummies and Christy.
Well.
I was pitching wiffle ball to my grandson on a windy day. This comes from Greg Warren, talked about wiffle ball yesterday. I moved in to make a good pitch. He got a hold of it and smacked me right in the nose.
Oh, sure.
Made my eyes water. Later that afternoon, I took my glasses off, and they fell into 2 pieces. This kid cracked my glasses right down the middle. Grandchildren can kick your ass. That's Bob from Bedford.
Very nice.
There you go.
We once saw we were playing wiffle ball, and I forget who hit it, but my uncle was pitching. He was shirtless. No, I'm sorry. He was batting, but he was shirtless. The ball hit him in the nipple and spun around his nipple a little bit, then flew off, and he screamed. We couldn't believe it. Because it kind of scratched
kidding.
his nipple.
Spun around his nipple.
Yeah, it hit him in the and kind of went.
The hole actually affixed itself?
Yes, the whole, it just.
He must have nice looking nipples.
I didn't pay too much attention.
Well, they got to be bigger than.
They gotta be pretty big for him to stick on there.
Pencil eraser.
Yeah.
Right?
That probably pencil eraser.
You know what we once did in the show, Josh?
I do, yes.
We did a thing called Christie's Nips.
Right.
This would be completely actionable today.
Yeah.
Fortunately, Christy volunteered, and it was like a cookie.
I have good looking nipples.
Well, and I don't know how on earth we did it, but we did
a
it.
cracker, and then we took a socket wrench, right? Mm-hmm. And found the socket that fit, and then they made little hors d'oeuvres.
How about that?
Again, we wouldn't be doing that in today's world.
What did a moose boosh?
Yeah. Right now, I want to remind you that this portion of our program is brought to you by our friends at the Silac Insurance Company. What's that all about? Well, it's pretty simple. It's all about being able to retire and having a check still coming in. And with all the volatility in the market these days, yikes. Has your 401k turned into a 201z? Well, here's the deal. With an annuity, you don't have to worry about any of that. You can counter volatility. And among other things, you can't outlive your money. So find out how this works. Certain restrictions apply. See if you're eligible. Get all the information from the annuity experts at the Silac Insurance Company. And it's spelled S-I-L-A-C. So you go to SILAC.ins.com or just go to bobandtom.com. We'll be happy to link you up. Another easy way to get a hold of them is to go pound 250. Call it on your phone. That's pound 250 and say the keywords lifetime income. Once again, pound 250. Just say lifetime income. An annuity from the Silac Insurance Company. Plan on it. Live on it. The Silac Insurance Company. What's coming up in sports?
Well, coming up in sports, we've got the NBA playoffs full swing tomorrow night. The Eagles are making NFL news with their coach, and the tush push rears its behind, and the 49ers sign another player to a big-time contract.
This just in.
Wait a minute.
Just in. We have a letter from a therapist about what their anxiety dream is.
Oh, great.
Oh, I want to hear that. That's great. We're in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Break up with your brewer. Switch to Java House. Amazingly smooth barista quality cold brew in seconds with no equipment required. Just peel and pour over hot or cold water. Effortlessly easy. Coffee, teas, hydration and energy drinks, hot cocoa and more. Order online at javahouse.com. Java House, the official coffee and refreshments of the Bob and Tom Show.
Dear Allie, I met my wife at a bar. We both worked hard during the week and then partied hard on the weekends. Now we've been married for 3 years and she's still getting blackout drunk every Friday and Saturday night. When I told her we need to grow up, she said, I can just stay home and be boring and she'll go party without me. How do I get her? How do I get her to mature?
Get her pregnant. Sorry.
Yeah.
Do you know how long I've looked for a woman who will go out on the weekends and let me stay home? Oh, my God.
Delightful.
Do not look this gift horse in the mouth.
Well blessed, my friend.
Oh, man. That sounds awesome.
It does.
Yeah.
So all of her friends party hard too, and she just goes out with them and keeps up. So
Yeah.
She'll end up going home to somebody else's place, probably.
Well, then his problem.
Well, maybe they can do one night and one night. Maybe they can have one night where they're home and mature and one night where she goes out and parties.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Don't give a logical compromise.
Why
What was I thinking?
Why don't they go out on a date night one night and then the other night is
I got it.
night?
I figured it out. An OnlyFans page, but he only shoots her when she's intoxicated. And she can be talked into anything.
Oh, dude.
Well, start cashing in.
Talked into anything.
Yeah.
A little crease out.
But
Hey, baby, have another shot.
You can find him at Wannabe Cosby on OnlyFans.
Want to be P. Diddy? Want to be anyone at this point? There's a lot of those out there.
Okay, we're once again extraordinarily helpful today.
Dear Allie, I was engaged to a guy who left me to get back with his ex. I ran into them at a restaurant last week, and he texted me after how good it was to see me and how sorry he was that he'd like to have dinner and talk for some closure. We ended up sleeping together, and now he says he made a mistake and wants me back. Should I give him a second chance?
No. I mean, do you like him? Do you want him back? You know, that's the question.
Sounds like she wants him back.
Yeah.
She slept with him.
That's the main question.
Yeah.
Well, you can sleep with somebody and not want to be in a relationship with them.
Oh,
It is,
I don't
but
think so. If you sleep
that
with them,
true?
you have to marry them. That's the rule,
That's
right?
your rule.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
he's going to do it again.
people deserve second chances, but there's always a chance he'll do it again, isn't there?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because he did it to her, and now he did it to the other girl, and now back with her. Yeah, it doesn't sound like he has a great track record.
And I wonder if he cheated on his original with her. Is he just bouncing back and forth, whoever's the more exciting?
Right.
Yeah, maybe he just likes exes. That's his thing.
Always wants to be wanted.
Likes to keep everyone at arm's length.
I bet all of his exes are from Texas.
No.
What do they
I
drive?
bet.
What do they drive?
Lexus. Oh. Yeah. Anything?
Nope. No, those all rhymed. Yeah,
They're having a lot of sexist.
there he is.
Yeah,
I didn't know that closure meant you got to have sex.
Yeah, no,
I would have had a lot more closure in old relationships if I knew that's what it was. I thought it was just a bad meal at Denny's.
a lot of crying and get away, sign this. Yeah, stuff like that.
So you could take him serious if he would have broke up with his girlfriend first and then hooked up with you.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
No, it's his wife, right?
Or whatever they are.
Oh, I don't know. Did you say they're married?
No.
Oh,
he
I'm
left her to get back with his ex.
Oh, I'm
so I don't know if they were married.
And now
previously.
she's
I
the
think
ex,
just
and he
a
wants to get back with her. There's a gamble here. It depends on how much is it worth? Is the risk worth it?
Do you like head games? Then you should, go with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Allie, what do you
Or
think?
mess with him, get back with him, and then leave him for your ex.
Yes.
There you go.
Yeah,
There's full closure.
Leave him for the girl he's dating now. Just
there
mess
you go.
it all up.
Yeah.
Go
Full
Les.
circle.
Yes.
You women are insane.
Yeah. It's
Look at this guy.
He's just getting some.
hopping around.
He's just trying to figure it out, right?
Exactly, man. He's just doing his best.
He doesn't know.
You wanted closure. That's full.
When you become a Bob and Tom VIP member, you get more and less.
Wait, what? Which one? Which one is it? More or less?
It's both. VIP members get more stuff to hear and less commercials to not hear.
So Bob and Tom VIP is a good deal?
Yeah, more or less.
Hey, looking for the link to sync with Bob and Tom VIP? Yeah? It's right there at bobandtom.com.
Payday, as Chick indicated. Also, I got to remind you real quick, we got our Brew 95 out there available at the beer brewery locations. I'll tell you where they are in just a few minutes.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the Silac Insurance News Desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin.
Hello, Chick.
There's Josh Arnold.
Hi.
Ace Cosby's here. We are in the O'Reilly Auto Parts studios. Hello, Tom. How are you, buddy?
We've been talking about anxiety dreams. Seems like every profession has them.
Oh, yes.
Heck yeah.
And I was kind of wondering what the anxiety dream for a therapist might be. I assume it's probably like the 60-minute hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, who came up with the not only the 50-minute hour, but the follow-up reasoning? Well, it doesn't really do any good after 50 minutes. Oh, that's good.
Oh, they say that?
Oh, yeah, that's good.
You know who else does that? Massage therapists.
You know who else does? Yeah, personal trainers.
Yeah, exactly.
You know who else does that?
50
Josh can
minutes.
back me up on this. Prostitutes.
You don't want a clock watcher, man.
Yeah. You don't want to, you're looking at a wristwatch.
Exactly.
Maybe we should do that.
Feet in the air.
At 10 off, we all just leave. I think a lot of people would enjoy that.
I'm way ahead of you, pal.
Well, Tom, your answer your question has been answered by at least one therapist. He says, good morning. I have a recurring dream/nightmare that I go to the lobby to get my next client, and there are 4 clients waiting for me.
Whoa.
All of them looking at me eagerly, waiting to come back, and all confident that this appointment slot is theirs and not the others.
Quadruple booked.
So, yeah. Boy, oh boy. That makes sense.
Yeah.
You know that some therapist offices have a very elaborate enter this way, exit that way.
Oh, sure, yeah. And a light and a buzzer.
You don't want to.
You don't want people to see that you're there, especially in Hollywood.
You don't want to see your next door neighbor there.
That's what I've run into in Hollywood.
Yeah, but there's not.
Hollywood.
Same way.
Hopefully they check. My therapist does not have that, but I think it's also to remind you, hey, there is no stigma around this. You're doing the right thing. So I don't care for that. I did get in trouble with my therapist, though, one time.
Is this when you called her a price gouger?
She put you in timeout? What happened?
Naked Zoom?
Did you naked Zoom her?
No, but she was legitimately mad at me, and I totally get it. And I had to apologize.
What did you do?
Let me guess. You defended yourself by saying you were only joking.
I was only joking. But it was the wrong time and place. So I'm waiting for my appointment, and a mother and a son walk out of her office, and they leave, but the door is still kind of open. And I thought it would. I looked at my therapist and I go, "What's that kid's problem?"
Oh.
And she goes, "Hey, you cannot do that."
Oh.
And I go, "They didn't hear me." And she goes, "What if they?"
You missed your comedy. Always on.
I go, "The joke is, of course, that's an inappropriate thing to say." And she's
Right.
like, "Well, it's," and so I had to really apologize.
Just to get over the hump, is something like, well, at least with me, you don't have to deal with something that serious.
Yikes.
Do you think they're? Yeah. Do you,
Okay.
Odds are I'll be back next week.
there has to be some value system that they assign to, the craziest to the least crazy, right? Don't you think?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. Like they're a 10 on the crazy scale, or it's like pain. Are you?
Yes, and I wonder what the name of that is. Because, for example, for hot peppers, you have the Scoville scale.
Right.
Maybe the Freud scale.
I wonder if there's a scale for
therapy.
There might. That's a very good. There probably is. I would think.
Oh, he's a 9. I'm sure there are.
There have to
They
be.
have
And
to
I
rate.
hope there are.
Right.
There's shorthand.
Oh, here it is. It's the cuckoo scale.
Oh, so it's something.
named after Dr. Reginald Cuckoo.
Well, that's unfortunate. You really should have.
Boy, his die was cast when he was born into the cuckoo family, wasn't he?
Here's one. Hello, Radio Kings and Queen, singular. I watched Greg Warren's new special on YouTube last night. It was great.
I think you get government funding.
Contact FEMA.
Greg Warren's new special is called The Champ. It's on Nate Bargatze's YouTube network, and it's terrific. I loved it. I love that he mentioned the whole cast in the credits and put Josh 9 names ahead of Tom.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, that's nice.
Maybe it's alphabetical. I imagine.
He really watched the special, didn't he?
He did.
My daughter was watching. She heard a woman laughing, and she said, "Is that Christy Lee?" Apparently, your laugh is quite clear on there.
We were way in the back. I don't know how that happened.
Some people say prominent. Some people say
I'm embarrassed.
way too loud.
Yes.
Spoils the whole special.
Yeah.
That's nice. Well,
Right.
thank you, Ryan, in Walterboro, South Carolina.
That's right. We're a city of Walters as far as the eye can
How you doing this morning, Walter?
Hey, morning, Walter. Morning, Walter.
a Doug in sight.
Not one Benny.
Damn Bennies and Dougs.
Zachary calls himself Zach. He is a mail carrier in a rural area. My anxiety dream involves starting my route way too late in the day. It's a route I've never been on before, and it's starting to get dark, and I haven't gotten to the first house yet.
Oh.
I've been told that mailmen have a route, and sometimes they slower than other days, and you can't. When I was a kid, the mail came at like 2 o'clock, 2:15 every day. But now I guess it can.
It varies for sure.
Depending on.
They have to load their own trucks. And
I don't know about that.
The window for my trash man is
I don't know
insane.
about that. Are you a mail? Yeah. Let me guess. You have a friend who's a mailman.
where the post office is located. I work out next door, and I see them walking out, loading up their trucks.
Hello, stalker.
Looking for
Yes.
checks.
Not looking for checks.
Oh, God.
They work hard.
Your trash man has a problem, Josh?
No, it's not a problem. I don't mind it. But the window is gigantic. It's from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Yeah,
that's okay.
Really,
Sometimes
ours guy's 7:15. Boom, set your watch by it.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. We'd love to get your letters. You can reach us, Bob and Tom, at bobandtom.com.
Oh, we love letters.
And let us know. Let us know what is on your mind, particularly of late anxiety dreams.
I have something on my mind.
Oh,
We had a raccoon ruckus in our house last night.
In the house?
Oh, out back.
Melee? A brouhaha?
They stole my bird feeder.
Oh, well, that's where the food comes from.
They really are bandits. They really are thieves.
I see 5 or 6 raccoons meeting somewhere with a graph.
Yes.
One of the raccoons has a pointer. This is our objective, gentlemen.
Yes, as you know, old lady Lee moved.
Yes.
She thought she could get away from us, but we're going to follow her.
Georgie found her. Good job, Georgie. Now, right here.
Oh, my gosh.
I'm scared, Sarge. We're all scared, son.
Bird seed is delicious.
They were fighting over it, and then they just took the damn thing.
Wow.
And it's gone. It's gone.
Gone. I
Colonel,
looked everywhere.
Does she still have those damn dogs? I'm afraid so, boy.
Now, look. Not all of us are going to make it.
Look to your right. Look to your left. One of you's not coming back.
We have to cross a road.
No.
Now
I
that's,
had no idea they would really steal a bird. They did.
I'm sorry, Colonel, but those headlights, they hypnotized me.
don't look at him, Johnson.
Yesterday on the show at this time, we
done with that.
read a. Well, anything interesting? Okay.
Are you telling me that raccoons planning an operation at Chrissy's house?
Well, after 12 minutes, it was a little boring.
over here.
No, you're not. We have an important message.
What?
Yesterday, a chick named our letter writer, Clarissa.
No, I said Clarissa, and the T was silent. There's quite a difference.
There is quite a
Huge difference.
I did not say
hit the T like that.
Clarissa.
Jason and I made it home after his surgery. You'll recall he was going into surgery. He was kind of nervous, so we decided to cheer him up by slandering him. He currently has a shaved chest and armpits from the surgery and the biopsies. We'll get the results next week.
Biopsy? That's hilarious.
He proceeded to replay parts of the show for every nurse and doctor we met throughout the day. And goes, can you believe my wife wrote this letter? And chick, he proceeded to call me Clarissa for the rest of the day and got a big kick out of it.
Yeah, you got a real kick.
Signed Clarissa and Jason in Texas.
Not how you pronounce it.
Okay.
Just the T is.
We were merely hinting.
Right.
Not
Okay.
blatant.
Some would say we were abiding by the law.
The George Carlin rule.
And some would say now that we're breaking the law.
Okay, very, very good. We have some sporting news coming up.
Yeah, we do.
And a lot of very, very exciting action. And I'll remind you, these are the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios, and this is the Bob and Tom Show.
It turns and sways.
Okay.
Well, thanks for the call. Have a great day today. We're going to move
And I've got
forward.
one more thing. May I say one more thing? I've been waiting 20-some years for this. Is everybody listening?
Yeah, we're listening.
Okay. Chick, go back 20-some years, 1998, Fort Wayne, Indiana, all weekend with me.
What?
There we go. Yes. Finally.
I have, okay, whatever you say.
Okay, remember, and listen to this. You went by your real name when you checked in, and you invited me for the weekend. Now, wait.
Oh, God.
I'm going to get shot for this. And you ordered grapes and Miller Lite beer.
Yeah, that sounds like me, all right.
That's right.
Yep, that's me, okay.
Okay, Deborah, we got to go here. Christy, give me the teaser.
That couldn't have gone better.
Yeah.
Somehow I blame you.
Ah, boy. Where do we go from here?
Greatness isn't given. It's earned. It starts from the ground up with every step, every move, every moment. Because when the game is on the line, you need the best. The new Sport Athletic Performance insole from Orange Insoles. Stability, support, dominance. Orange Insoles, because greatness starts from the ground up, even when you're sitting down.
I spoke briefly earlier about 1977, Tom Sneeber breaking the 200-mile-an-hour barrier. That particular year, in 1977, Evel Knievel, the Daredevil, motorcycle Daredevil, was sponsoring Gary Bettenhausen's car. It was owned, and mechanic was Grant King from here in town. So on the first day of qualifying, Evel Knievel comes to watch his car to qualify. Well, everybody knew that the 200-mile-an-hour barrier was going to be broke that day officially. And I mean to tell you, there was a race day size crowd at the first day of qualifying. It was packed. And I was there, thankfully. And the excitement was just such. I mean, it had unofficially been broken. John Cock had gotten over a tad, and Mario in practice, but that didn't count. You had to do it in qualifying. And everybody knew Sneever was probably going to be the guy to do it because, technical time, he was great in qualifying. He was driving for Roger Penske. That was going to be the guy to do it. So the crowd is just on edge waiting for him. And all of a sudden, here comes Sneva. And the crowd is just on the edge of their seats. Well, at the same time, Evel Knievel was in the garage area looking at his car, dressed in a red, white, and blue leather jumpsuit with a collar up over his ears, kind of like Elvis, you know. He had a cane with a $30,000 diamond in the handle. That was confirmed to me by one of the crew members. Told me that later. He goes, oh, yeah, he was telling everybody, $30,000 diamond. Anyway, so they start bringing Evel Knievel out to pit lane so he can watch qualifying. Well, this coincides just serendipitously with Sneva going out to qualify. And he takes a couple practice laps, and as he does, here comes Evel Knievel out of the garage area, walking down in between the grandstands. Sneva comes flying by, takes the green flag, dives into turn number 1. Man, the crowd is holding their breath. He gets closer. Knievel gets closer and closer to the pit gate. Just as he comes out of 4, he comes down. Sneva, boom, he completes lap number 1, dives back into turn 1. And all of a sudden, Tom Carnegie cracks open that mic, and as only Tom Carnegie could do, he goes, it's a new track record, 200, and that place exploded. It startled me. It was so loud, the cheer that went up. Evel Knievel thinks it's because the crowd spotted him. And he goes walking out on the pit lane going, what a jerk.
But in any event,
where the hell is that?
I'm just reading down the fine print.
I know.
So you set us up, is what you do. So you can seem omnipotent is what just happened.
It does say that fans of the most successful teams are more likely to have a lower blood alcohol.
Well, no shit. Yeah, that would make sense.
How about this?
What?
No.
Swifties drink more than Kansas City fans. They did that. They did that as part of their survey.
That can't be
right at all. Swifties' average age are 11, aren't they?
Yeah, what the heck?
Well, I don't know.
Oh, all of a sudden this has been handed down by Jesus Christ himself that this result is accurate. You call the others into question.
No, I call...
God, I hate you.
I call all of these statistics into question.
No, Swifties are pretty drunk. That sounds about right to me, huh?
Health experts are praising a brand new viral trend called the fart walk.
The fart walk.
The so-called fart walk became a phenomenon after it was introduced by TikTok user Marilyn Smith.
I'm a fart walker. I'm a fart walk.
Do you go for a walk after dinner?
Yeah, almost all the time.
Well, because you have to walk your dog.
Sometimes society needs reminders, and this is one of those. Hey, how about a nice walk after dinner?
Yeah. Now, don't you prefer the fart sit, Josh?
I will say,
you know, you eat a pizza and a hot dog, and you sit down.
You know,
when was the last time you had a pizza?
I really like the idea that the one pizza, the whole pizza wasn't enough. I just needed a hot dog to really cap it all.
That's a hell of a meal right there.
And yes, it's not easy to find a place where you can get pizza and a hot dog.
Because a pizza's such a full meal.
So I order a pizza, eat it, and then I have to make myself a hot dog.
Here's the thing, though.
Can you imagine? If it's a nice day, it's pretty mild. If it's a really badly day, they just F-word this. And just an idea.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. We are in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. That is Christy Lee.
Hey.
She's at the Silac Insurance News Desk. There's Pat Godwin.
Hello.
There's Josh Arnold.
Hello there.
Hello indeed. There's Ace Cosby.
Howdy.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold wearing a powder blue hat this morning. Hello, Tom.
Okay, I guess I am.
Yeah.
That looks nice.
Well, thank you very much.
Real nice.
We get these letters. I enjoy them so much, and they come in waves from certain places. And once again, Idaho.
Really?
Another great Idaho letter.
This is so odd.
I got to get out there. We need to all go to Idaho.
Love Idaho.
Oh, me too.
At separate times.
Big fan. Oh, of course.
yeah.
Yeah, you go to the Panhandle. I'll
Maybe
go.
just as Boise.
Hey.
Hey, now.
Hey, Pat, there must be something you could do in a different room. Hello, everybody. Writes Dan from Middleton,
Dan's the man.
Idaho.
Oh, Danny boy.
I'm assuming it's somewhere in the middle.
Probably.
He goes, I have a recurring dream. This to me is a classic. I am in my underwear, sometimes totally naked. The weird part is everyone else in my dream doesn't notice me. But I'm overwhelmed with humiliation. I have this dream every couple of months.
Wait a minute. They don't notice he's naked, or they don't notice him entirely? Or
They don't notice him.
Naked. That's how mine are. In your dreams where you're just in your underwear, do people notice?
That's not a dream that I have.
Oh, okay.
I don't have that dream either.
Yeah, I have that one, like you said, every couple months.
The main one I have is I'm taking a test, and I have done none of the homework. I've never been to the class. I don't know anything. And if I don't pass it, I'm not going to graduate, but I'm not sure what I'm graduating from.
Yeah. But isn't that an accurate description of your college years? You didn't know what you were doing, and you kind of...
Yes.
Okay.
Really, and I had no clue. And yes, totally unprepared.
Tell a couple
Absolutely.
jokes in the thesis.
Right, yeah, they try to get through. No, but it's a variation on that. And the DJ dream.
Speaking of school, Cameron has written in, let my Cameron go. Hello, gang. He wants to know if this is true. He says, I bet Tom was the kid in school that ran to the cafeteria to be first in the lunch line. Were you that kid? True or false?
No.
He asked because you've been in a hurry most of your life.
Oh, that's today, yeah.
No.
Well,
you're
this
in a
is
hurry.
You eat fast.
Lot.
Now,
Is that
remember,
legendary.
You're under oath, Tom. Did you refer from the age of, let's say, 5 to 11 or 12? Did you refer to your mother as Mummy?
Never. No.
Never?
No.
Huh.
No, that was a Drew Hastings thing.
Well, his mother was English.
Yeah.
Mummy.
Yeah, no, I was in a big hurry. Yesterday, a very long day, getting prepared for something. And
What? Really?
I was here until about 7 in the evening. I got home and we'd ordered food to be delivered. An hour and a half later, it still wasn't there.
That's crazy.
Yeah, we called the place and they said, this is a new thing. I guess people are scamming the delivery services.
What?
Yeah.
Got scammed?
Yeah, they walk in and say they're from the delivery service and walk out with your food.
Oh, I never thought to do that.
I never heard of that.
Well,
Whoa.
I have to start doing it.
Yeah.
So, and it was, I was exhausted and then I had to drive
Is
over
that what
there.
happened?
Yeah, then I had to drive. So I went to bed about 10:30. So I had 4 hours sleep.
Oh, I was sound asleep at 8:15, I'd say.
No, it must have been great.
I was sound
Pretty
asleep
glorious.
at like 2:45, man, for a day.
Now, this is a letter that
8 p.m. in the afternoon.
references something very specific.
Okay.
As a Coast Guard veteran and history buff, I heard Tom opine yesterday speculating on whether a certain member of the audience at his daughter's high school graduation was VC or Arvin. I was rolling over with laughter.
I'm sure.
I'd almost forgotten that entire incident, and now here it is again.
My point about this is, at graduations, they always say, hold your applause till the end, and people don't.
That wasn't the problem with
And this does fall on certain socioeconomic and ethnic lines, and if you think it's true, trust me, go to any graduation, you'll see what I'm talking about. Why not just release the hounds? Anybody can cheer for anybody. Lighten up a little bit.
They do it anyway. So
Yeah, they're going to do it. But this one guy was going completely berserk. 3 minutes into the thing, he stands up and screams out, "We love you!" And it was just bizarre. And then he almost got into a fist fight with the guy behind him because he was standing up all the time.
Why was it bizarre? We love you.
Because he was apparently doing it for nonstop. Instead
Yes.
he wasn't just doing it.
And he had a very thick accent and was wearing a bizarre military uniform. And it was just really odd.
Whoa, we didn't hear the bizarre military.
Ergo the VC or Arvin joke.
Yeah.
No, I don't think that.
And he
was
said
right.
that his wife was dressed
In traditional
garb as well.
Yes,
That's fine, but that's why they say that, because that guy went overboard.
No, but I'm just saying, let everybody go overboard.
You hated this guy going overboard.
No, I hated him because he almost started a fist fight with the guy behind him because the guy behind him was so uptight. As opposed to yours truly, who is, they call me Mr. Loose.
Yeah.
In fact, I've asked Duke in a few minutes to play the song "Let's Get Loose" to loosen me up.
Okay.
Because I'm a little uptight.
All right.
Having had to eat.
Uptight, not a sight?
Yeah, right. Now,
Did you finally get to eat?
Yes. Nice.
What did you have? Like a hunk of salmon?
Had a lettuce wrap.
Wow. Yeah, that sounds filling.
It'll pound down the pounds.
Oh, boy.
Oh, that comfort food.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, there's nothing like a good old meatloaf lettuce wrap.
What'd you have for dinner last night, Pat?
A soup at a candy bar.
That's right.
Little inside joke there.
You notice they're not here this morning?
You're out of business.
Now, before we get to sports, do you mind if we do just a couple more of these slang terms?
I can't think of any way to stop you.
From back in the day. We've mentioned a couple of them already that I'd never heard. A yegg is a safecracker. But in the 1940s, the term A1.
You know, we're coming up on the 40s again very quickly.
But you're missing my point, as usual.
It's 100 years old.
My point is that some of these have really stuck around. The term blockbuster.
Yeah.
Do you know what that comes from?
Well, Shakespeare thought up a lot of these words.
No, a blockbuster means something is a huge success. Do you know? But you know what it comes from? It's from a successful bombing of a building.
No
and
kidding.
Taking out a block.
Wow.
Also, Shakespeare came up with Boffo.
Did he?
Yes.
Very successful presentation. Wow, that was Boffo, Bill would say.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Almost all these. Here's the one we've been trying to get the answer to. In the 1940s, the term cool. That's when that apparently emerged throughout culture as meaning stylish, sophisticated, and composed, derived, of course, from jazz culture.
I would have guessed earlier. 1940s seems
I would have as well. If someone is called a lush,
or drunk,
yeah, this is kindly worded a habitual consumer of alcohol.
Yeah.
You ever that song "Lush Life"? Oh, that's great. A pad is a place to live. That's from the 40s.
Okay.
But you never hear "snap your cap" anymore, meaning to lose your temper.
No,
I'm going to start using it. Hey, no reason to snap your cap.
What the heck, man?
But all the cool stuff comes from the 50s. Hopped up.
This is all from. This seems like it's from the jazz world to me.
It's so much of slang emerged from that culture. Hip, meaning cool or stylish, from the 50s.
Right.
Daddy-o.
Yeah.
It's described here as a term of address similar to man or dude.
What's the distinction between hip and hep?
Like a hep
He's a
cat.
hep.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Is it just a
variation
version of hip?
A vowel.
It's like Puff Daddy or Diddy, same guy.
Oh, good reference.
Yeah. Good time.
Yeah.
See, this is what we get when he tries to be up to date.
Yeah.
In the 1960s, the term to bogart,
Oh, yeah.
from the famous Fraternity of Man song, "Don't Bogart That Joint."
Yeah, but Bogart comes from Humphrey Bogart.
But with respect to
Hugging a cigarette.
holding on to the marijuana cigarette.
Who are you, Bogart? That kind of thing. Huh?
Fraternity of Man. Now, how are they not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
Their great drummer, Richie Hayward from Little Feat. There's a terrific version of that song, "Don't Bogart That Joint," on the famous Little Feat live album. I highly recommend.
How about that?
Get on that right away. Listen to that the way.
But time now to check in with the world of great sound and Chick McGee.
Raycon success story. This is from Brian. I married a beautiful woman from Kenya, but her mother has been living with us for over 2 years.
Can you dig it?
A problem on its own for sure. One problem I'm dealing with is that my mother-in-law's farts are the loudest I've ever heard.
Oh, my goodness.
They're so loud, they literally scare the hell out of us. So much so that my beautiful 2-year-old daughter gets so startled she cries.
Well, you know the old saying, she farts like a Kenyan mother-in-law.
There's got to be at least 140 decibels. They sound like 3 cannons firing in rapid succession. So I got Raycon earbuds and wear them almost constantly. Thank God for the noise-canceling feature. Unfortunately, my daughter's too young to wear them, but someday. So far, my only solution for my daughter was to require that my mother-in-law goes to her own bedroom before blasting off.
Wow.
Seriously, I think she might eventually blow the windows out of my house. Brian,
Thank you, Brian.
Far off place called
Is it a
Monticello.
dietary thing, do you think?
I do not know.
Maybe it's considered in Kenyan culture polite, or a compliment,
or the Kenyan.
Maybe it keeps the lions away.
The Kenyan diet, perhaps.
Some
Now
cultures.
we know why there are many track stars.
Yeah, they're just running away from mother-in-law's farts. Oh, I see, a propulsive thing. An interesting concept. I like that.
Belching is considered a compliment?
Yes, compliment to the chef.
Coming up in sports, you want to give me the teaser?
32-hour battery life with Raycon and 30-day happiness guarantee. So go to buyraycon.com/Tom and get 15% off site-wide. That's buyraycon.com/Tom. One more time, buyraycon.com/Tom. We've got NFL news coming up and what would sports be without a world record of somebody older than 70 years old? Well, it'd be nothing is what it would be.
Also, we have someone who is about to take their final dirt nap, but whoops, that's the wrong body in the casket. That's not Uncle Clarence. We'll find out what that's all about here in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Behind me is the infield of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. I'm here to give you some of the fashion do's and don'ts of the biggest party at the race. Let's talk footwear on race day. You want to wear something comfortable, something you can walk in, something not too expensive. My choice, the Nike Air Monarchs. They're in your garage, next to the lawnmower. Your dad wears them. Don't wear this. This is a Croc. I don't care if it's in sport mode. The holes do give you hilarious tan lines, but you don't want to get any trough juice on your little toesies. If you run into a man wearing these, run away. Any man wearing weatherproof boots at the track has a mind for destruction. He washed his face in the trough this morning and he's been drinking Mountain Dew and moonshine since 6 a.m. If you bump into him, give him a go Colts and keep it moving. What to wear on race day. In the morning, it'll be a little colder. This is my favorite piece of clothing that I own. Indianapolis Motor Speedway. No big deal. Any shirt with the name of an alcohol and the word racing is one of the coolest things you can wear here. This one's sort of a deep cut. Rolling Stone shirt. The concert took place at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Colt skier will do, but I say go the extra mile. This is a Colt shirt with a St. Elmo shrimp cocktail. I'm not a big fan of wearing sports jerseys for a team that is out of season. Colts aren't playing, and the Pacers also aren't playing. Quick rule for basketball jerseys at the race. You want to wear your Larry Bird Indiana State jersey? Don't. You want to wear your Reggie Miller jersey? Don't. Rick Smits? Don't. Paul George? Don't think about it. George Hill? Not at all. It's too expensive, too cool, and it's going to get covered in Busch Light. You want to wear a Lance Stevenson jersey. Any Pacer that was here less than 3 years. Maybe a Danny Granger jersey. If you're wearing a basketball jersey, pop it off around lap 50. I hear you. Willie, I have a gut. If you're embarrassed about being fat, move to France. This is America and you're allowed to have a gut. You're saying, Willie, I got pimples on my back. I got stretch marks. This time of the year, that's your stars and stripes, my friend. Pop it off and let that flag fly. This is the coolest thing you can wear at the race, an actual Indy 500 shirt. Bonus points if you have an armpit hole or some sort of fraying around the neck. There is one more acceptable shirt to wear to the race. This is what a race fan looks like. Garfield's creator, Jim Davis, is from Indiana. The most famous person from Indiana. Suck it, Greg Kinnear. On race day, you're going to want a nice hat. You can go with an official Indianapolis Motor Speedway hat, or you can go with the cooler Indianapolis 500 hat that I got on 16th Street from a guy selling tacos. Anything with the word Indy on it. I recommend a Colts hat or a Pacers hat. The coolest hat you can wear on race day, however, is a Late Night with David Letterman hat. Of course, owner of the Letterman Ray Hall team. I do not want to see a Jay's Garage hat. I don't want to see anything Team Coco. If you have a Daily Show hat and it's spelled D-A-L-Y like Connor Daly, that could fly.
The reviews are in, and America can't get enough of Chick McGee's Silac commercial. Fanatical fans everywhere are even watching it in reverse. You know, this actually kind of makes sense. Truth is, you won't be finding any retirement checks in your mailbox until you first go back into your house and log on to SILACINS.com. At the SILAC website, you'll even find a special link just for Bob and Tom listeners. Hey, hold on now. This part shouldn't be going backwards. There we are. It's SILACINS.com. Don't go backwards in retirement. Look forward to your retirement. Look into an annuity from SILAC Insurance.
The night before the 500 in the 60s and 70s really made Sodom and Gomorrah look like a retirement community. I mean, Georgetown Road, the Coke Lot, oh my gosh. The snake pit, the stories of the old snake pit. I remember seeing packs of Indiana State Troopers in packs of 15 to 20 walking, trying to regain some sort of semblance of humanity in that first turn snake pit. I mean, throwing girls up on blankets and drinking and motorcycles and setting cars on fire and setting sofas on fire and it was just unbelievable. How more people didn't get killed in there every year, I have no idea. But that was a lot of people's introduction to the Indianapolis 500 was as you're a young kid going in there and you party, and who won what? There's a race, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, look at that. And then, next year, and then, wow, look, hey, who, what, Herdebees? Well, I better get out. So then all of a sudden you buy it. So that was your introduction. Now you're buying tickets, and then your girlfriend, now your wife. All of a sudden your kids, you're introducing them. It just grew. That's how a lot of people were introduced to it.
When you become a Bob and Tom VIP member, you get more and less.
Wait, what? Which one is it? More or less?
It's both. VIP members get more stuff to hear and less commercials to not hear.
So Bob and Tom VIP is a good deal?
Yeah, more or less.
Become a Bob and Tom VIP member. First step, click the link at bobandtom.com.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. There's Christy Lee at the news desk. There's Pat Godwin. Hello, Josh Arnold.
Hello there.
We're in the O'Reilly Auto Parts studios. Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts. That's Ace Cosby. Hey. This has been Chick McGee speaking. And hello, Tom.
Hello, Chick McGee. We have many things to get to today, but I thought we would take a musical interlude before we dip our toes into the world of sports.
What would you like me to sing?
Well, I would love you to sing. Perhaps you can sing along with Duke. We have Duke Tomato and the trio here today with a slightly augmented situation. There's Duke. Duke, you feel like doing a little something for us right now?
His headphones aren't on.
Oh, okay. We'll come back. We'll come back. Okay, we'll come back in just a second.
None of them know we're on the air.
Okay, good. We will do a little bit of sports and come back to Duke in just a second.
The Philadelphia Eagles have signed Super Bowl championship coach Nick Sirianni to a multi-year extension. No word yet on the dollar amount. He's 48-20. Over the seasons, and the fate of the tush push will be up for discussion again, along with the NFL's history of giving division champions with mediocre records home field in the playoffs. There'll be a new topic as well when NFL owners gather today and tomorrow at the headquarters of the Minnesota Vikings. They're finally meeting in Slackknife, Minnesota, instead of Honolulu, Hawaii, like they normally do. And the league has proposed, Tom, pay attention, allowing its players to participate in flag football when the sport makes its Olympic debut in Los Angeles in 2028.
It's a good idea.
So there you go.
Bass is shaking his head no.
Injuries.
Yes.
Yeah. I would think if you're paying some guy $25 million a year, do you want him to blow his knee out playing flag football?
You got injured and we paid you.
It's all about PR,
So do you still feel the same?
Yes. I know. I know he's thankful, by God. I know that. And there's a new landmark at the home of the Chicago White Sox, section 140, row 19, seat number 2. That's where Father Bob Future Pope Leo the 14th sat for Game 1 of the 05 World Series.
You don't say!
The White Sox have unveiled, hang on, Josh. They unveiled a graphic installation that pays tribute to the pontiff and that moment during the White Sox last championship.
Wow.
Yeah, the guy sitting behind him was really upset because he had the big hat on. Hey, Padre, down in front.
He wasn't the Pope in 05.
He didn't have like a Pope costume he wore to the games?
No.
Oh, sorry.
Cosplay.
What about the poor guy that has a seat now, who's like a season ticket holder?
That's pressure.
Yeah.
Do you think of any of the popes that were named Pope later dressed up like a Pope on Halloween?
No, Chick.
I bet so.
That's one way to not be recognized in a way. If you dress up as the Pope, if you're the Pope, and you dress up as the Pope on Halloween, people aren't going to think you're the Pope.
It's like when Peyton Manning walks around with his Peyton Manning
jersey on. Yeah. They go,
Nobody's going to go, hey, that's Peyton Manning. No, it's not, dummy. It's a guy with a shirt. Holy hell, it is Peyton Manning. That's right.
Maybe the Pope dresses up as the devil.
No.
Just for fun?
The classic red suit with the ears and the horns and the
paints his face red.
Hey, if he's a White Sox fan, he's got to have a good sense of humor. Let's face it. Come on. And we have more Pope news coming up. I know, Josh, you said you were sick of it.
So sick of it. I think most people are.
I think we've been over-poped.
Yeah, we're way over-poped.
The 49ers locked up Fred Warner yesterday for a lot of money, $63 million.
And didn't they do their Brock Purdy thing finally?
Yes. Nobody cares.
Well, I think it's good news for him. He got like millions of dollars.
Well, Brock Purdy and Mrs. Purdy cares, sure. And Brock's mom and dad probably got
and
a
the
new
Purdy
house.
kids.
And all the Purdy.
I mean, he got like more than $100 million, so he can finally make a down payment on a home in the San Francisco area.
Purdy pedestrian.
You think there was ever a headline when he left a team?
Can I tell you something?
Purdy?
Oh, I hope so.
This with him, this has been going on for decades. A long time ago, he saw this commercial, San Francisco. And one of the TV stations, their slogan was, the greatest place on earth. And he came in the next morning and goes, San Francisco is not the greatest place on earth. People crap on the sidewalks in San Francisco.
Oh, I love Sarah. I've been there many times.
That's a crap place to live. And now he's upset still about housing.
No. What happened was there was a period of about a year in which the local cable company ran 3 other cities news. You could get the channel in San Francisco.
The local news.
The local news.
Yes.
And it was interesting because their news intro was just
greatest place on earth.
It was really kind of a Chamber of Commerce kind of, this is the greatest place ever. There's nothing better than San Francisco. Everyone else, they're just big pussies. We now cut to Joe Johnson cleaning up human fecal material in City Center.
Didn't I just say this exact story?
Exactly. Yes.
It doesn't count unless you say it.
You know,
Is that right?
in San Francisco, they can't prosecute you for shoplifting. In fact, at most places in San Francisco, if you shoplift, they gift wrap it for you. They're very tolerant.
Although in San Francisco, they have shoplift. They work in teams. There are like 7 or 8 people that rush a store with hammers and rush out. It's good teamwork.
Okay.
Team Penske rocked by a second cheating scandal in Indianapolis and the upcoming 500. The cars of Joseph Newgarden and Will Power found to have illegal modifications, disqualified, DQ'd, as they say, for qualifying, meaning they'll start at the back of the field. The incident brought unwanted attention to the 500 and scrutiny to the integrity of the Penske organization. Oh, by the way, who owns the track, Tom?
Mr. Roger Penske.
There you go.
He's got to be so pissed.
Yeah.
He, I'm sure, had nothing to do with it. I assume someone's balls are getting cut off today.
I wouldn't want to be Tim Sandrick.
I like to think...
wow, Christy's naming names. All right.
I like to think they just injected into the gas tank the same stuff they put in racehorses.
I'm telling you, this is going away.
We never talked about the Preakness.
I bought this from Bob Baffert.
Did you see the bump on the Preakness?
Did you see the Preakness?
I watched the Preakness, yeah. I love
And
it.
then journalism
amazing.
caught one by a nose.
Journalism
Literally
was
a
who I
nose.
picked to win the Derby. Finally comes through.
Did you
for
see
me.
the movie he had to make between those horses? It was...
Here's what you do, Christy. You go to your book and you go, hey, I picked journalism for the Derby, but they won the Preakness. How much did I win?
Thank you, Chick. I'll try that.
I think it's about time journalism got a good rap in America.
Well,
it's been a while.
The journalists need to step it up.
Okay. Let's see. Do we have a Duke back there now? We got. Can we get hooked up? Apparently not. Okay, good.
Indiana Pacers fan who was pelted by bags of garbage for wearing a Tyrese Halliburton jersey in New York City has been invited to Game 4 of the Eastern Conference Finals in Indianapolis. Hans Perez, a member of the New York City Fire Department, went viral after a video showed him being heckled by a large crowd of Knicks fans.
Jeez.
He's a lifelong Pacers fan, told Pat McAfee about his problem, and Tyrese Halliburton came on the show and said, you're a guest of my Game 4 in Indiana next Tuesday. Of course, you can take my dad's tickets. So there you go. It all works out.
Well, that's great.
Tom. There you go.
It's nice because now most of the viewers of ESPN will find out that the Indiana Pacers actually exist. They have a tendency to, it's all Knicks all the time.
I've heard a couple of people that I trust and know and listen to, they are picking the Pacers. They're a better team and better coach.
Wow.
Interestingly enough, the Pacers will be playing at home the evening of the 109th running of the Indianapolis 500.
That's a full day.
And I think the last time that happened, wasn't there a tornado downtown?
Yep, you're right.
Okay,
hold them to that.
Okay, I think we are currently in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. This is the Bob and Tom program. There's Duke. I can see him now. Duke, you guys ready down there?
Yeah, we're ready. I mean, we are now, yeah.
Okay, let's hear it. What do you got for us?
Baby, I like the nightlife. How about you? I want to share some nightlife. Let's get loose. Let's get loose. Feel good when you do it right. Let's all do it right tonight. Let's get loose. Now work is good, but it's not that good. When the work is through, it's time for me and you to get loose. Let's get loose. Let's get loose. Get it now. Open up your eyes. Time to realize we need to get loose. Let's get loose. Here we go. Let's get loose. Let's get loose. Let's get loose. Loose. Yeah, you go. Let's get loose. Loose. Let's get loose. Loose. Open up your eyes. Time to realize you need to get loose. Let's get loose. Participation song. Since you guys are the group, you're participating.
All right.
On the next verse, I'm going to say, let's get loose. When I point to you, please say loose. Loose. That was horrible. Let's get loose. Loose. Yeah, baby. Best looking audience we've had. Oh. Let's get loose. Loose. Yeah. Let's get loose. Loose. Loud as you can. Let's get loose. Loose. In falsetto. Let's get loose. Loose. Happy baby. Tonight must be the night. Let's us all get loose. Michael. party. How about you? Let's just have a real wild party. What you said we do, we'll get loose. Loose. Let's get loose. Loose. All right. Open up your eyes. Time to realize we need to get loose. One last time. Let's get loose. Loose. You got it. Let's get loose. Loose. As loud as you can. Let's get loose. Loose. In falsetto. Let's get loose. No trouble here, please. Give the band the cheer. Let's get loose. Loose. Yeah, baby.
Yes, sir. It's a new version of the Duke Tomato Trio. Special guest Michael Reed in the keyboards. Annie Manley and Amy Eisman are doing the singing back there. That was great. Getting loose.
But sounding tight.
Oh, very nice.
Yes.
I'd like to give the girls a goose.
Oh, my gosh.
Okay. Sue the hell out of them.
Backup singers can't sue.
Hey, he said, changing the subject, turn that off.
Yeah.
Okay. 75-year-old he's 75.
He's an old guy.
Septuagenarian?
From New Jersey has become the oldest person in the world to perform a handstand.
Oh, I didn't know what you were going to say.
How? That'd be.
I finally got it going.
I bet there's a 91-year-old guy in one of those old folks' homes that can do a pretty good handy.
Paul Budline.
What?
Budline. Paul Budline achieved the Guinness World Record at age 74 and 145 days. Paul, who's been doing regular handstands since his teenage years.
Wow.
Took on the challenge of remastering the exercise while recovering from hip surgery. What a story this is.
Aren't you a little surprised? That seems young. There's no 80-year-old who can do a handstand?
Yeah, I'm sure there is.
We had a guy, when I was in high school, there was the oldest alum was this guy. He was like 90, and he would stand on one of the old oak tables in the cafeteria, and it was a big ritual. He would do a backflip off the thing.
90-something?
Oh, the guy was ancient. I thought he was going to die.
I bet he was 55.
No, no, he was one of those guys that graduated in the 1800s. Yeah, there was. I went to a very small school.
Yes, exclusive.
Oh, sure.
So exclusive you can't get in.
Oh, no.
Guards at the gate.
It was very
Owls
interesting.
have to invite you to
Time now to, we're going to check in with Duke Tomato and a special tribute to our friends at Java House, the official coffee, the official beverages of the Bob and Tom Show. Duke's getting organized down there. We're going to hear a little Java House music. I'm very excited about this. You guys, how's it going down there? Can you hear me?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you, Duke. What's going on?
I think we're. Well, you guys ready? They look right. They look professional.
Well, start.
There you go.
Are you ready?
Ask me again.
How you like it so far? Making coffee at the office was a hassle, was a chore. Hooked up with Java House, it ain't a drag no more. Don't need no percolator, no clunky pot machine. Don't need no coffee filter and grinding coffee beans. A quick feeling pour, got my coffee, got my tea. The thing about Java House that I can guarantee, it's amazingly smooth. Java House, it's amazingly smooth. Java House, and my tea, my latte too. It's amazingly smooth, Java House.
It's time to break up with your brewer. Get rid of that nasty, dirty brewer and get started at javahouse.com. Just use promo code Bob and Tom to get 25% off your order. That's javahouse.com, promo code Bob and Tom, all one word, to get 25% off your online order.
Thanks, Paul. Right now, Java House is giving you a chance to win an exclusive Java House ECR racer jacket and Java House pods for a year. Check out the link at bobandtom.com/contest.
1, 2, 3, got my coffee and my tea, my latte too.
It's amazingly smooth.
Java House.
All right. Java House. It's the official coffee, the official beverages of the Bob and Tom Show. Thank you very much, Java House. And I'll remind you to use that promo code Bob and Tom when you go to Java House to get that 25% knocked off. We have screaming in the background. Everything's going perfectly. It is very good. Now,
somebody's percolating.
Good. Yeah. Maybe they got goosed. Ooh.
We managed to forget about that. It's in it. We're right back.
Coming up, we have the word chicks in a headline. This is very exciting. And we have bad news about the smiley face.
Bad news, smiley face.
Okay, yeah, that's all coming up. We are in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Alex and Christian are both great competitors. That doesn't always translate to a smooth workplace.
Hydrate, hydrate.
Boom. Productivity around here? Not smooth. Excuse me 1 second, guys. That's it. One of you get me a coffee.
Want a barista quality coffee fast? With Java House, you just peel, pour, and enjoy. No complicated brewer needed. Amazingly
smooth.
Not smooth.
Tony Kanaan, he was from Brazil, was great friends with Helio Castro Neves, was new kids. And this was probably 94 or 95, maybe 95, 90, I forget. And it was rookie year. And I remember this gang-looking kid with big ears and interviewing him the morning before the 500. But he led more laps than I think anybody did his first 7 Indy 500s. He had some sort of a record. And then when he won in 2013, just the roar of the crowd, the roar of those people that just loved him, because again, they could sense his enthusiasm and his love of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway and Indy 500. He was always very personal. He was always a lot of fun. We would have him on the show with Bob and Tom all the time when I was doing the morning interviews. He was always great kidding around with Bob and Tom. And, now he's got his kids are running around over there all the time. But, everybody, nobody can last forever, ever. And, last year he drove the car, was sponsored by the American Legion. And just was such a great spokesperson for the Legion and their Be the One program, which the whole purpose behind the sponsorship of the IndyCar is to promote Be the One, and they're encouraging people to be the one to watch out for a veteran who's having problems, to listen to him, encourage him to get help, to stigmatize getting help from a doctor. It doesn't make you a wussy. You go get help, and they want people to be the one to help these veterans, because veterans, as we all know, are committing suicide at an alarming rate at 50% more than the average adult population. The veterans are committing suicide, but he was such a great spokesperson for the Legion and did a great job, obviously, driving the car. But I remember when they had the Formula One race with the tire debacle, when Michelin screwed up and the tires wouldn't work, and so they had 6 cars run the Formula One race, and that was okay. But Weldon and Kanaan were there, and I saw them, and I was on the radio network, and I go, guys. And this was right when it was really starting to get nasty. I go, can I get a word with you on the air? And they go, Dave, I'm sorry, we got to get out of here. They want us out of the infield. They want us off the property. And Kanaan and Weldon, man, they grabbed him and threw him in a van and boom, got him out of there, man. That morning was a debacle. I was the pit reporter for the radio network during that race, and everybody's looking around. It was racing. Everybody's wondering, where the hell is everybody? Where's Ecclestone? What are we going to do? We're hearing rumors. There's going to be 6 cars. So they're in this room having a meeting with the owners in Ecclestone. And all of a sudden, Ecclestone comes walking out, and he starts headed towards pit lane. And there's just a scrum of media from all over the world around him. And I thought, man, this is my racetrack. I'm going to find out what the hell's going on. So I split, I'm a pretty big guy. Bam, man, I split out of the way. I get right in front of Ecclestone as he's walking, and I step right in front of him, and I go, are we going to race today? And he goes, yes, and if you'll get out of my way, I'll go start the race. But I had him live on the air saying that. Throw it to me. Let's go down to Dave Wilson. Are we going to race today, Bernie? Yes, and if you'll get out of the way. What a debacle.
Well, looks like we got dumped.
No. Is there anything you'd like to say to them?
Well, our girls have left us, so I'd like to say just one thing.
Oh, yeah.
Baby, blow me.
Oh, a kiss as you're leaving.
Blow me.
Oh, a kiss right now.
'Cause if you're gonna leave me, honey, I will surely miss the way you blow me.
Oh, blow me a kiss. Come on and blow me.
A kiss like you mean it.
Blow me.
A kiss right now.
I really can't remember anything as hard as this. So blow me.
Blow me a kiss. Wow.
Some things in life are hard to swallow.
She couldn't take it all, Dean.
She couldn't handle everything.
Oh, good. But if she comes back tomorrow, I'll be shooting my wad on flowers in the rain, honey. Blow me.
A kiss as you're leaving, baby.
Blow me.
Oh, a kiss as you go.
And always think about me as you're going down
your list.
And blow me.
Blow me a kiss. I'll miss her arms and her elbows.
I'll miss her arms and her elbows.
I'll miss her legs so tall.
Yeah, I'll miss her legs so tall.
I'll miss her neck and her shoulders.
Yes, sir. But I'll miss her head most of all. Rock out, fellas.
Swinging them, Allie.
Baby.
Remember that one time it snowed on race day and I forget who turned left right into the wall. Remember that? Daggone it. Who was that? Roberto? I think it was Roberto Guerrero.
Yeah, I think it was on the
left
parade
wall
lap.
Guerrero.
Was it on the first lap?
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. There's Christy Lee at the Silac Insurance News Desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin.
Hello.
How you doing, buddy?
Pretty good.
All right. There's Josh Arnold.
Hi.
We're in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts. There's Ace Cosby.
Hey.
And welcome back. We are at the news desk with Christy Lee.
Yeah.
What's going on over there?
I don't know where our lovely leader is.
Well,
but
let's not focus on that.
Not worried about it at all.
No.
In fact, let's just be grateful.
Move ahead. Here we go.
a California family is suing a funeral home for misplacing their loved one's body,
I don't know where it is.
dressing another corpse in his clothing.
Oh, my Lord.
Amantha Hunt told CBS News her family chose Harrison Ross Mortuary to prepare her 80-year-old uncle for burial, but when she went to view the body, she found someone else laying there in her uncle's suit.
Did you say Samantha Hunt?
I said Amantha, A-M-E-N-T-H-A.
Her
Amantha.
sister actually was in charge of the body. Helen?
Oh, yeah?
If you've lost a body, go to Helen Hunt for it. Thank you very much. Thank you.
What's her name?
Amantha, A-M-E-N-T-H-A.
Oh, she's a breath mint.
She's missing a letter.
I'm just telling you.
Amantha.
She said the family waited 3 hours while the mortuary fixed the mix-up before
Not
they could
3
finally
hours.
bury her uncle.
You know the old joke, switch the heads on 3 and 4.
Ms. Hunt has since filed a lawsuit against the mortuary over the ordeal. Harrison Russ Mortuary has denied the claims and said it intends to file a cease and desist letter.
Did you say mortuary?
Mortuary.
This is why you should microchip people.
What do you mean? So they could have found the corpse immediately?
And you go in.
Make sure you got the right guy.
You scan them.
Oh.
This is.
Are you advocating something underneath the skin? We're all identifiable at all times?
That's right.
You got the COVID vaccine. You have that. We're all chipped to the gills.
Oh, thank you, Bobby Jr. Yeah.
Bobby 3, right? RFK Jr.
Do you think it's okay to bury people in nice suits?
Yes.
What do you mean? You think it's a waste of a good suit?
What?
What do you mean?
Your problem.
You know what?
Everybody's buried.
No, you bring up a great point. Why don't they? Yeah, this is nice. They got them laid out. Take the suit off.
What paper suits?
And
or something?
no. Just to take the suit off.
Okay, now I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you something, and you're not going to believe me.
You know what? I am going to believe you because you set it up like this.
Gent that I knew who was a great person. When he died, he was at a very well-known funeral operation around here, and when they had the calling and
viewing,
he was lying down. Clearly, that's typically the way they do it. Not always, with a sheet just pulled up to his chest.
A sheet.
What was going on?
I've never seen that.
I don't know if it's a religious thing or what.
Well, they're a biodegradable where you just are buried.
No, but I mean, he was just lying on a table. He wasn't in a.
He wasn't in a coffin?
Nope.
Oh, wow. I've never.
What?
Yeah, that must be some sort of custom.
Yes, I mean, they're obviously everybody's got their own thing.
Sure.
Yeah.
I think, and you just put them in a cotton sheet, wrap them up, and I think you have to dig the hole 2 feet deeper. But yeah, you just
I think every state has its own laws about that sort of thing. But yeah, that was really odd. But do you think it's smart to bury people in nice clothes?
I don't think it's whatever they choose to be buried
Yes,
in.
that's what I think too.
Yeah.
No, you know what it is? It's a waste. That's what it is.
Not.
It was a waste of a good suit.
Yep.
Now, Christy, I'm gonna
Would
go.
you wear a dead guy's suit?
Yes, I would. Don't make
odds are.
This is Tom's shirt.
You'll ask about the flowers he gave his girlfriend. Sorry for your loss. It says they're on Valentine's Day.
Well, they were fresh. They were just laying there.
Now, sometimes we've gone around the horn on this show where I've asked the question, if you were having your so-called last meal, you know, if you were in the slammer and it was over and
I love the slammer.
the hooskow up the river, whatever it might be. Ace, what would your last meal be?
A few chicken thighs and some cornbread.
Oh, nice. Delightful. Right. I'm a big chicken thigh guy. Chick McGee, your last meal?
I'm going to have to go with KFC, Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Really?
Original recipe.
Mine would be Popeyes.
Coleslaw and mashed potatoes and biscuits. Wow. Oh, yeah.
This would be a great commercial. Mine's Popeyes. Pat Godwin, your last meal, I assume?
Lobster.
Really? And finally a glass of booze?
No, I don't need that.
You wouldn't do Jameson just for the old time's sake?
I'll do a shot.
Sure. What the hell? I'll do a shot.
Yeah.
My last meal.
Your last meal, Christy Lee?
Oh, it definitely would be pasta of some sort.
Some pasta with olive oil and drained.
Just a little basil.
Take all flavor away.
Maybe I would do a nice bolognese.
Josh?
I would have a
pizza and a whore.
With hot chocolate.
Who painted you into this corner, Josh?
You know, I don't know. But I'm a human being.
So your last meal would be what?
A couple PB&Js. And
man, every time you mention this, I have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich at some time during the day.
Yeah,
it reminds me of
one
it.
now.
And then maybe a chocolate milk and
that's just a heartbeat away from a cocoa.
And a fistful of nacho cheese Doritos. And a whole bag of white cheddar popcorners. The finest snack on the market.
Those are good.
Yeah.
Wow.
Those are good.
Yeah, those are good.
Yeah.
Never heard of that.
I figured I'd finally give heroin a shot.
Well, then you wouldn't need to eat.
Yeah, must be pretty fun.
Have you had the Cool Ranch Doritos?
Sure.
You know they're out there. You don't have to eat nacho cheese.
Oh, I find nacho cheese to be superior to ranch.
No kidding.
Yes.
But now, this is only the part one of my inquiry here.
Okay.
So we've established how the game works.
Right.
Christy, God forbid you're told by your doctor that you're dying tomorrow.
Yeah.
And your doctor says, get your things together.
Yeah.
And
hey, Tom,
what do you?
This is Andy.
I appreciate what you're doing for me.
Christy's husband.
Can you send me
hang
that
on,
tape?
Pat. I appreciate what you're doing for me. And,
So,
we all have our secret wishes.
Well, yeah, we're kind of running out of time. So quickly, what would you want to be buried in? Which pair of shoes? Because I mean, you have so many pairs.
Oh gosh, I don't know. I think my daughter would know. Probably
those ones from Spain.
What?
Yeah, those ones from Spain. The
the
Olays, whatever they're called.
You'd let your daughter dress you?
These Satorsons?
Yeah.
Maybe so. Yeah, maybe just a blanket and a cod piece. And
People thought you were
See, the cod piece is a great idea.
And I insist on the beanie with the propeller on it.
Excellent.
So when people look in the cast, he's such a card.
Even now,
he's making me laugh.
Yeah.
Thanks,
yeah. Pat, which one of my shirts would you wear?
The one that I wore for the shoot, the special.
Be honest. You did this whole thing so you could ask Pat what shirt of yours.
No,
he'd wear.
I wish I had, but no, I just thought of that because he happens to be wearing one of my shirts today. Now, Christy Lee, have you given it any thought?
No, I have no idea.
You're going to let Andy decide?
I'd let my girls decide. They're very stylish.
You really?
Yeah.
Don't you think they'd go, don't put her in that one? I want to wear that one myself.
Well, they might, but.
Well, we were going to bury Mom in her favorite dress, but it looks so cool on me, I'm keeping it.
It'd be up to me, but I'm going to be 8 states away. So, what are you going to do?
Josh, I assume you'll go in a Carhartt?
Yeah, either jeans and a Carhartt or shorts and a Dickies work shirt. Yeah.
Okay.
Shorts.
Yeah, man. I've always been more comfortable in shorts than
Depending on the time of year you die?
No. Even if it's winter, I'd be okay with shorts.
I wonder how often a funeral director is asked to dress someone in shorts.
Yeah, I mean, most people don't see what you're wearing underneath.
My dad is buried in a poncho, one of his favorite ponchos.
Huh.
Oh, look at Tom.
You mean like the Mexican ponchos?
Odd.
Well, that's
Some might call it a
handy.
serape.
Handy if it rains.
Not that kind.
Okay.
Oh, it's
not
made out of
slicker.
cotton, I believe.
Okay, well, this is fascinating.
Was it a SeaWorld fan?
What would you be buried
Front
in?
row.
Would you wear a suit? Yes, you would. What
I'd
am I
say
saying?
you'd be buried in a rush because someone murdered you.
More like something in a clear Visqueen with sort of a bleach lye flavor. I'll have to think about it.
What do you want us to dress you in before we toss you into a creek?
This took a wrong turn. Coming up, we have some more great music from our band today. And we have interesting things in the news. A Pope update. Whataburger in the news.
Also, I have a Jim Morrison update. Did you see that story?
I did. I'm very excited.
Still dead.
I'm a big fan.
He is still dead.
We are in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. We are in the O'Reilly Party. What did I say? No, the O'Reilly Party. This is your fault. These are the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios, and this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Greatness isn't given. It's earned. It starts from the ground up with every step, every move, every moment. Because when the game is on the line, you need the best. The new Sport Athletic Performance insole from Orange Insoles. Stability, support, dominance. Orange Insoles, because greatness starts from the ground up, even when you're sitting down.
In 1989, Emerson Fittipaldi won the 500. On the last lap, he and Little Al touched wheels on the north turn, and he sent Little Al right in the fence, crashed him. But Emerson Fittipaldi came around and won the 500, his first 500 in 1989. And that was also the year that the winner's share of the purse was over $1 million first time. It was like $1,1,600 or something like that. So that was a big deal. I mean, the Indianapolis 500 has always had the biggest purse of any motorsports event. They were the first to go over $1 million, and they still to this day have the largest purse of any, bigger than Daytona, bigger than anybody's. So race morning after the 500 every year is the big pictures. The winner and the crew all come back to the speedway at 9 a.m. and they put the car on the straightaway and they take all the sponsor photos on all these pictures. Well, Ron McQueenie was the chief photographer at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway for 40 years. And Ron had the great idea, we need to take $1 million in cash and place it on Emerson's car. So they get hold of the office, we need $1 million in cash. All right. So they bring out $1 million in cash in these bags with real money. Yeah, because this is the day after the 500. And they had armed guards out there. And so they get the money out of the bags and they're stacking it all over Emerson's car. And they step back and they look and they go, you know, that's really not that impressive. Go back and get another $1 million. Now, where else in the world can you say on a Monday morning, Memorial Day morning, go back and get another? Well, they did. And they take another one. And Ron told me, he goes, at one point, I was reaching out to adjust a stack of cash, and this guard went, hey. Like he didn't like my idea of me touching the dough. So if you ever look at that picture from 1989, you can Google it, Emerson Fittipaldi, 1989, and there's money stacked all over the car. That's actually $2 million in cash stacked all over that car. You look up to your parents, your grandparents, and you go there and you're having a good time because they're having a good time, and they explain it to you, and you just get caught up in the excitement. My grandfather, my mom's dad, again, they were from Speedway. They lived in Speedway, old Speedway. And after he retired from Powerfax Gas, he would work as a safety patrolman there then. And so me growing up there by the track, it being a part of my life, my whole life, that really got me connected in and just hanging out with Grandpa and him getting me seats and stuff like that all the time. But it's just, it's like any time. It's like listening to the radio network. Kids are probably doing that now because their grandparents, mom and dad always did it when they were cooking out. And you take them to the track and you get them there and they're just amazed by, oh my gosh. I mean, I'll never forget. My dad, again, I grew up at 30th and Georgetown right there by the track. And in March of 1963, I was 8 years old. And I knew I had driven by the track, but I'd never been in it. And one day, Dad come home from work, and he said, they're tire testing. You want to go see it? And I go, yeah. So he puts me in the car. We go down Georgetown Road. We pull into that's when the museum was there at the first turn. It didn't get moved into the infield till 1977. And we park right there, and we walk in the main gate. It was free. And I'll never forget walking up the steps in the Grandstand D and walking in and looking and seeing. I can still see in my mind what I saw in March of 1963, my first look at the infield. Holy moly. Look, this is huge. And all of a sudden, there went Eddie Sachs in a red and white front engine roadster. And like, oh my gosh, are you kidding me? And I think kids, and they're right there with your dad or their grandparents or whomever, and they experience that, and they get caught up in it, And I mean, some kids, maybe that doesn't happen until they're a teenager and they're down drinking when they aren't supposed to be in the infield somewhere or something like that. But it just grows on you, And then living in Eagledale, spring fever is bad enough on a kid. You're third grade, fourth grade, fifth grade, sixth grade. I went to school 79 right up on 34th Street. Of course, there's no air conditioning. Windows are open. Well, May 1st starts, and all you hear is race cars. And I could tell the difference between an Offie and a Ford. I'm going, oh, man, that's probably Foyt going through Ford. Oh, that's an Offie. Okay, that's probably Bobby Hunter. And, I'm trying to learn my Gozintas as Jethro. I'm trying to learn 4 times 5. And who cares? Listen, oh, man, that was a Ford. That was probably Mario. Man, it's just killing me, sitting in there, So that place, again, my first 500 was in 67, and I've been to every one since. But I think just going there with your parents and sharing that experience with them and that bond and just the spectacle that is what goes on there race day gets you hooked.
Word coming up in about an hour.
It's
Log
going
it
to
on.
be grand.
You could.
It will be.
It is.
It's going to be great.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. At the Silac Insurance News Desk, it's Christy Lee. There's Pat Godwin.
Hey, Chick.
Hello, Josh Arnold.
Hello, Chick McGee.
There's Ace Cosby.
Hey.
We are in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. This has been Chick McGee speaking. And here's Tom Griswold.
Got a big crowd here today. We're doing some special music, et cetera, et cetera. Someone just handed me this water. This is Fiji water.
Yeah.
Now, do all the fraternities have their own brand of water?
No, I don't think so.
Hang on a minute. There you go. Fiji water.
Is this really from Fiji?
Yes.
Oh, my.
That's got to be expensive.
Have you never seen
never had
Fiji
it?
water before?
I never. Is it any good? Let me.
Oh,
Great.
God.
It's water. Is it any good?
I don't.
It's only one of the finest bottled waters in the market.
Yeah.
I can't
You know the best water.
differentiate bottled water. It all tastes like water. to me.
Harbor Springs, Michigan water.
Of course.
of course.
Yeah,
I'll
right
piss
out of the governor of Michigan's butt.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not out of the governor of Michigan's butt. It's the lieutenant governor.
Just sidle up right next.
Okay.
to it.
I got a letter here.
Oh,
Dear Bob and Tom Show.
What do you want?
I
Are you
couldn't-
fed up today?
No, I'm just
I
being
couldn't
silly.
set better myself.
Dave comes to us from one of the most beautiful places in North America,
It's where in Michigan?
Ithaca, New York,
Oh, yes.
far above Cayuga's waters.
I agree with that.
The
What's
beautiful
there, like Cornell or something?
Yep.
What's
Cornell, Ithaca
Yes.
College. It's
Yeah, that's
Beautiful
where I'm.
there.
It is gorgeous.
That's where I'm telling people I went to college this week.
Cornell?
Yeah, I focus on a different Ivy League
I
school
like
each
that.
week.
It says, Dear Chick.
You'd be surprised how many people don't call you on it. I've been to Cornell, Princeton, Brown, never to Columbia.
I
Though.
remember your Yale days.
Oh, Bula Bula. I was a member of the Whippin' Poofs. Did you know this?
And the sodomy incident, that was in Dartmouth? That figures.
Boy, spoken like a Columbia.
Yeah, no kidding.
Oh, boy.
Dear Chick.
Yes.
My parents used to refer to jail or prison as the Crowbar Hotel.
Ah.
I like that.
This is for Tom, he writes.
All right.
Chuck Norris is so tough he can text from a landline rotary phone.
Boy, that's,
Anyone?
Isn't that good?
Oh, wow. The Chuck Norris, his jokes appear to be dying.
Dying. Dead. 7 weeks ago.
Yeah. He can text from a landline
Rigor mortis.
phone. Okay.
Okay.
Chuck Norris.
Is that sports?
Sports?
Yeah, we've been doing this.
Okay. What else have you got, Chris?
Like 2 breaks
Just
behind.
quit. Just quit. The world begs you.
You don't even care.
So,
There's no effort.
so I have a question.
Pride.
What about news? Are we in sports?
Where are we?
The
What day is it?
The funeral home. Did they swap the bodies out?
Yes.
Yeah, they did. Only after 3 hours.
Yeah, it took 3 hours, but they got it right.
Oh,
Did you hit your head on the way back in?
No, I didn't hear the whole story. I was busy.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
I was in the other room. Okay, what else have you got, Christy?
Well, a memorial bust of Jim Morrison that was stolen from his grave 37 years ago has been found by chance. according to the
Riders
French.
on the storm.
A statue of the Doors frontman was recovered in Paris during an investigation conducted by its financial and anti-corruption arm that was unrelated to the original theft. They were
Unrelated
investigating
to the...
fraud. Morrison's grave has long been a sight for fans of the rock band to pay their respects in an unusual way.
I've been there twice.
Graffiti spalls
That's right.
across neighboring gravestones to the poet's
Said, hello,
corner.
Jim.
I've been there too, I have to admit.
Pat, have you been there?
No.
Really? You've been to Paris, right?
Yes, I have.
The bust of the singer was taken, in 1988, I believe.
Where'd they find it? There was a lot of boring information in there, but I did not hear where it was found.
They found it, and they aren't releasing anything more in the investigation.
Oh, great. All right.
It was somewhere in France.
What a wonderful story.
As part of a different...
boring story, half-assed. Okay.
The most interesting part of that story would have been where they found it.
They found it during the investigation of another unrelated fraud case, but that's all they're releasing right now.
Well,
they just found it in France.
I'm not mad at you for not having the info.
I am.
We can't tell you no.
There you go.
It's none of your business.
Come on, baby, find my bust. Okay, thank you, Jim.
Not even trying anymore.
Come on, baby.
The childhood home of Pope Leo the 14th is back on the market.
How about that?
Oh,
NBC Chicago reports the 750-square-foot home in the Chicago suburb of Dalton had been taken off the market following the Pope's election, but it has been listed again,
I
but
thought that city'd be bigger.
with some changes.
Not Dalton. Dalton.
Oh.
So wait a minute. So the house was up for sale.
The house was up for sale.
Then he gets elected Pope, and all of a sudden they pulled it off the
They
market.
pulled it off the market. Now they've put it back.
I'm guessing at a higher price.
Oh, definitely. According to the listing, the piece of papal history will now be available through a luxury private auction.
Did you say a piece of papal history?
I was trying not to pop my piece. Bidding will remain open through June 18th. The listing reads a truly one-of-a-kind opportunity. This beautifully updated home isn't just a charming 3-bedroom, 3-bath residence. It's the childhood home of Pope Leo the 14th.
Just look at this bathroom. The Pope himself would be proud to go in there and take a dump.
The Pope pooped
Yeah,
there.
the teenage Pope had very serious feelings of guilt.
Okay.
Well,
don't go there.
Christy, did you say it was 750?
That's what it says. 750 square feet, 3-bedroom, 3-bath.
that's tight.
No.
There it is. This picture of it.
It's tiny.
Oh, it sucks.
That's a good-looking little house.
Oh, it sucks.
Come on.
Beautiful.
It is cute. I think it is cute.
I think
The house had been put up for sale earlier.
It's nice to see a house in the Chicago area that doesn't have bullet holes in the windows. Rare these days.
Is
got it in for
a lot of crime up there.
Do you?
I hate Chicago.
I would speculate Airbnb. Don't you think?
Well, the house was
someone
put
will
up for
buy it, and you can sleep
Yeah.
with them.
You know, though, that's, hey, guess where I'm going to stay? Guess where I'm going to stay? Guess where I'm going to stay? That's right, the Pope's house.
That had been put up for sale earlier this month for $245,957. The owner took it off the market following the Pope's election, though, to determine his next steps. By the way, he purchased it in May of last year for $66,000.
Whoa.
Oh, so
All
wait a
right.
minute.
Well, he says
That's
it's
a nice ROI.
remodeled. He must have bought it and remodeled it.
Return on investment.
He was flipping. Yeah, he's now going to put it up at auction. You're right. He'll probably do an Airbnb or.
I think so.
That'd be the way to go.
You could go visit, because he had, 2 older brothers?
Mm-hmm.
So you could go see the space where the young Pope was bullied in. If they're
Oh, there's,
like any other brothers, you know where I'm going, Josh?
Oh, yeah, sure.
There's Bobby, Mort, Letty,
Mort?
and
Really? Mort?
John
I doubt it.
and, Manny, Mo, and Jack. They're the original models for the Pep Boys.
Oh, that's right.
What a small world.
Yeah.
That's something.
That's really something.
Well, now, we have to check in with Chick McGee across the way. Speaking of homes, even if you're living in the Pope's house, you need to have security, right?
Simply Safe, not just security, but peace of mind, Tom. And we trust Simply Safe here at the Bob and Tom Studios. We have the Simply Safe security system and the cameras, both high def, inside, outside. And Simply Safe, millions of Americans enjoy the new standard in home security. And traditional systems only take action after somebody's already broken in. And what do we know about that? It's way too late. Simply Safe has Active Guard outdoor protection, helps prevent break-ins before they happen. AI-powered cameras backed by live professional monitoring agents monitor your property and detect suspicious activity. If someone's lurking around, Simply Safe agents see and talk to them in real time, can turn on spotlights and even call the police all before that lurker has a chance to get inside your home. No long-term contracts or cancellation fees. Monitoring plans start affordably at around $1 a day and a 60-day satisfaction guarantee. So listen to this offer. Go to simplysafetom.com to get 50% off a new system with a professional monitoring plan and your first month free. It's 50% off and your first month free. Go to simplysafetom.com. There's no safe like Simply Safe.
Thank you very much, Chick McGee. What do you got coming up, Christy Lee?
Coming up, we have Whataburger. We have McDonald's in the news. We have a smiley face emoji. It's not what you think. And Italian brain rot. Have you heard of that?
No.
It's
a new TikTok thing.
A new big, that's a big TikTok thing right now.
Yeah, coming up.
Also, we have news from the world of coffee and something called the screw worm.
Yeah.
It's very serious, and they're putting a wall up. We'll find out about all those things. Once again, we are in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
It's Cosby. Here he is with his joke of the day.
What did the judge say when the skunk came into the courtroom?
Oh! What did the judge say when the skunk came into the courtroom?
Odor in the court.
That'll be getting told in courts throughout the country.
Odor in the court.
Oh, man.
The reviews are in, and America can't get enough of Chick McGee's Silac commercial. Fanatical fans everywhere are even watching it in reverse. You know, this actually kind of makes sense. Truth is, you won't be finding any retirement checks in your mailbox until you first go back into your house and log on to SilacINS.com. At the Silac website, you'll even find a special link just for Bob and Tom listeners. Hey, hold on now. This part shouldn't be going backwards. There we are. It's SilacINS.com. Don't go backwards in retirement. Look forward to your retirement. Look into an annuity from Silac Insurance.
Oh, there we go.
Hey.
There he is. We're talking to comedian Dusty Slay. And Dusty, I recognize you right away. You got a full beard, though. The stash is your trademark. You got the you're going kind of for the Jesus if he had glasses and a cap on look.
Well, I can't be rolling around out here beardless. I don't need people seeing this chin, you know?
I see.
Great to see you, Dusty.
Yeah.
Great to see you. I'm pumped to be here.
Dusty Slay is a great comedian, and he's got a Netflix special that, as they say, was just dropped. I'll speak English. It was just released.
Yes.
You can see Workin' Man, which got us talking about the band Rush, Dusty, when we heard the phrase Workin' Man.
Well, I'm a little bit of a fan, and someone said that I might get a call from them about some copyright thing with the name, and I said, I'd love to talk to them.
Let's do it.
Well, you've got a tour going, and Geddy Lee has a book coming out, so we're even. Dusty has an interesting background. You were a working man there for a while. You had some real jobs. Weren't you a waiter for a long time?
Oh, yeah. Well, I worked a lot. My dad thinks I'm still in high school. I don't think he thinks I've ever worked a day in my life. He goes, what's this working man thing you're talking about? But, yeah, I waited tables. I used to work in Charleston, South Carolina at a restaurant called Hyman's, which is located on the same block as a restaurant called Sticky Fingers. And I'm not making that up, just telling you where it is.
I remember that. That's a seafood place. Hyman's a beautiful seafood place.
We've been there, too.
It's great. It is great.
Yeah. And you were a waiter there. Were you a good waiter?
I think I was pretty good. I had a little bit of an attitude problem towards the end, but I think I was good, People would come in there and they would ask for weird things. They'd be like, they'd be like, you know what? I haven't done this joke in a long time, and I even forgot the joke.
That's okay.
They're like, these jokes are not on the special. I didn't forget any. They're like, what's a good wine with the fried catfish, And I'm like, I don't know, a Budweiser?
There we go.
It's a hot joke. It's a hot joke.
Dusty, you have done a number of the late night shows. Do you remember what was the first one you did? Do you remember?
Very first late night, I did Jimmy Kimmel, and I never tell people to go watch that one. I feel like that one was not that good. The jokes are great, but I don't know how to prepare for a late night at that point. But my first Tonight Show, very good.
Oh, cool. Well, let me ask you this. Since you've said that the Kimmel event did not go well, why don't you share? What was the first joke you did on it? Do you remember?
Well, I did a joke, trailer park joke. I said, I grew up in a trailer park. We had a lot of fun, but I'm not sure why they call it a park. You know, there were no rides in there, no water slides. We had like an occasional slip and slide or like an old tarp with some Dawn dish detergent. We put our slip and slide over a tree root one time because we was going to jump it. And that's not how that works at all.
I like that very much.
I hit that tree root. I just got up and got a job, you know?
I never forget one time we were doing a show. We were doing the Bob and Tom show. I was on it there on Carb Morning, and they were live in the infield. Townsend Bell, I had gotten Townsend Bell when he was still driving to be on the show. So that morning, I was Tom, Christie, Townsend Bell. Pat McAfee was sitting here, then Bob, and Chick McGee. Okay. And so we're talking back and forth. And at one point, Tom looks at Townsend Bell, and he goes, so Townsend, who do you think is going to win the Indianapolis 500 this year? And Townsend Bell looks right at Pat McAfee. He goes, Pat, you're a professional athlete. Do you ever get used to the media asking you stupid questions? Bob and Chick hit their feet. They were applauding, standing ovation. Oh my gosh! One of the biggest laughs. It was just phenomenal.
Tom's ass itches. I hope everybody got that. Hello, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Pat Godwin.
Hello.
Christy Lee.
Hey.
Josh Arnold.
Hi there.
Ace Cosby. We're in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. I'm Chick. Hello. Tom.
Chick McGee, it's always a pleasure to see you. And
Pleasure's all mine.
You know, we have neglected a couple of things.
What?
We have managed to not do Today in History.
Oh.
We keep forgetting to do it. And we've also missed the Ace Cosby joke of the day.
Well, I wouldn't say we missed it.
I guess we're doing history.
Today, 5/20/2025. Ooh.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
That means something. 5/22.
Okay. I'm going to give you a slow pitch, Pat Godwin.
I'm right here for you.
The patent for what was received in 1873 by Levi Strauss?
I'm going to go with blue jeans, forever in blue jeans.
Oh, forever in blue jeans.
So now
Neil Diamond.
Did the original Levi's have a zipper or a button fly? I bet it was button fly.
Button, yeah.
And have you ever, though I saw this documentary about people who collect ancient jeans.
Oh,
What?
jeez.
Were you tied to a chair?
No, you've got to tell me where you saw that. That documentary is right up my
People
alley.
pay a fortune for these things, like tens of
Do
thousands
they
of
wear
dollars.
them or put them in shadow boxes? And then
Absolutely. Pay no attention to this Philistine. Where did you see this documentary?
It was on the TV. I don't know what you
All right, thanks, Pat.
Helpful.
In 1927, Charles Lindbergh took off from New York for the first nonstop flight across the Atlantic. Do you know the name of the plane, you will, Josh?
The Open Window.
I know this, I think.
The old
You don't
Levi
wait. You really don't know it?
Oh, the Spirit of St. Louis.
Okay.
I
okay.
was going to say.
Yeah, it's not the Levi Strauss.
And there was no window in front.
Nope.
But there was one in his house and a ladder going up.
Yeah, barely.
That was
baby.
unfortunate.
Have you checked the children?
I mean, think about how dangerous that would have been.
It's terrifying.
It's all fuel up front. It's almost as
and no windshield.
Teeny tiny.
I had to think. Amelia had a window and still got lost.
Well, she and Noonan were. She was at least giving him an over the waistband hand.
Oh,
That's how they go.
Well, it's
The only way
interesting.
I'd get into a plane flown by a woman.
Oh, my gosh.
This is all very helpful. In 1927, that was Lindbergh taking off. On the same date in 1932, Amelia Earhart leaves Newfoundland to become the first woman to fly solo across the Atlantic.
Actually, Charles Lindbergh, unbelievable body odor. And,
Is that true?
That's where they came up with Lindbergher cheese.
How about that?
It was Charles, you smell just like Charles Lindbergh.
In 1967, the BBC banned the Beatles song "A Day in the Life" because of drug references.
Oh, yeah.
Which, by the way, that shut down the Beatles and drugs. That worked really well. And you'll know this one, Chick. What rock star was the first Western pop star to tour the USSR in 1979?
Reggie, right? Elton John?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He changed the lyrics to some of the songs.
He did back in the USSR or something.
He had Boris and the Jets.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Very, very. Christy, you'll like this one. 1980, drummer Peter Criss quit the band Kiss. It was a medical thing, right, Ace? His doctor, Dr. Love, told him.
He was fed up.
Yeah. Okay.
It was an eating disorder.
Our friend Bobcat Goldthwait got in trouble for setting the fire on the Tonight Show to the couch in 1994.
He got like 2 years public service or some.
He owns up to that was a mistake.
Not a good idea. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then on this date in 2015, the great David Letterman hosted his final episode of The Late Show with David Letterman.
Has it been that long?
But yeah, it doesn't seem that
10
long.
years?
And that was the last time he shaved, by the way.
Yeah?
That is a big beard, you see.
And it was the end of a sense of humor on TV. Okay.
Okay. Now, happy birthday, Dr. Jack Kevorkian. Is he still with us?
No, he's not.
That's a fun
Born in 1928.
Ironically, died of natural causes.
Did he take himself out?
Didn't he have like a machine? Like
suicide machine.
Tubing and everything running
Springsteen
around?
talks about it.
And Joe Cocker, the great singer born in this state in 1944.
Love him.
Me too. You don't like Joe Cocker?
He's okay.
Oh, come on.
You're gonna. Next thing you're gonna tell me is he's underrated.
I think people appreciate him for what he did.
How many Beatles songs are done by someone else and they're better than the Beatles version? Not many. With a little help from my friends.
And
Classic.
feeling all right.
Oh, yeah. On this
leave
date,
your hat on?
Sherilyn Sarkisian was born in this state in 1946.
Oh, Cher.
Cher. Yeah, and
I still love Sonny.
1948, the great Dave Thomas, one of the
Wendy's?
one of the Mackenzie one of the Mackenzie brothers, the comedian, and then the guy that invented the ukulele.
Oh,
Tiny Tim?
No, I'm kidding. 1959, Israel, Kawaii Woli Loli.
Oh, sure. Yeah, the Somewhere Over the Rainbow.
Oh, the
Wait
big
a minute.
guy. Yeah,
Yeah.
he came in late at
Did
night
you
in the
just say
studio.
his last name was Wowie Lovely?
It is.
It's,
I don't know how to pronounce it. Do you
It's
guys?
Kama Kawi Woale.
Oh, yeah.
I think I got it.
And fat.
Big guy.
Fat, real fat.
Yeah.
Kama Kawi Woale. That's very difficult to pronounce. And
In fact,
I
it's so
apologize
fat,
for
That's
that.
not a ukulele. That's a full-size guitar.
That is
It's an optical illusion.
that is a big man. You see.
Hey, you know what? His favorite spam.
Oh, probably. Is
loves
he dead, Israel?
Yes.
Yeah, he
Oh,
died
well.
quick, actually.
Yeah. Too soon, obviously.
Fired him with
Christy's friend Tony Stewart. Happy birthday, Tony.
Yeah, he
Born
won
in
last
71.
weekend. It was
Oh,
great.
hey.
Drag win.
Aren't there
Drag
rumors
win.
that Ava...
Oh, stop.
Hunky Tony.
He has a new son, Dom. Very cute.
And
like Dom Perignon?
Like Dominic.
His middle name's Perignon.
Leanne Rhymes' brother was born in this state in 1972. Busta.
Buster Rhymes.
yes.
Don't you want to come up with a word that rhymes with Leanne every time you say her name? Leon rhymes
With. Okay, thank you very
sorry.
much.
Buster Rhymes. Past the Cavassier. You guys know that one?
No.
That's probably his biggest hit.
Busta?
I love that song.
Didn't he? Did he? What was the thing he did? Oh no, that was
He fought Michael Myers in Halloween Resurrection.
I always get Busta Rhymes and Biz Markie mixed up, and I don't know why.
Oh,
I'm a fan of the Cavassier. Have you had that before?
yes.
I have too, and I'm not
It
really
tastes
a fan.
like cough syrup. Am I wrong on this?
It's
brandy,
a,
right?
It's a sipper.
Yeah, it is a sipper.
It's a sipper.
We didn't do Today in History yesterday, so I thought we would do just a little bit of it.
Some good stuff in there, Tom?
Yeah.
Today in history from yesterday. Here's just a little bit of it.
Malcolm X, born on this date in 1925.
Mr.
Yes, but in the 80s, they changed his name to Malcolm NC-17.
Mr. Little.
The most famous of the Malcolms 1 through 9, but Malcolm 10 was the one that really stuck. Did you know this is a true story? He was, you're not going to believe me when I say, he was a childhood friend of Red Fox.
I think I knew that, yeah.
Red Fox grew up in St. Louis, right? I wonder if Malcolm spent time.
And Flip Wilson was their super in the apartment they lived in.
Oh, that's quite a guy.
1925, the birthday of Pol Pot. Full name Pol Pot Pie.
But it's too cute for what he did.
Very few people know that. It's full of bones. The field of.
No, you were fine with Pol Pot Pie. You bring in the bones.
Okay, Christy, do you know who this is? Born in 1944. He's been in this building. Peter Mayhew.
Peter Max?
Peter Mayhew, no.
Oh, Chewbacca.
Really? Yes. He had to really grow his hair to play that role.
Yeah,
whatever you say, Chewie.
The great Pete Townsend, born in this date in 1945. He would say,
State.
yesterday, born yesterday.
Oh, they're out on tour again, right? Aren't they?
There's a rumor they may go.
Pete and Roger? Yeah, I think so.
I must go. They're the great.
Yeah, I've never seen them.
There's going to be a fist fight on stage. You wait and see.
It's okay. I'll still
Roger's been running his trap.
Andre the Giant, born in this state in 1946.
Anybody want a peanut?
His last name is The Giant. Few people know that.
That's not true. He's a large man. And that's his nickname.
Have you seen Andre the Giant holding a regular-sized beer can?
It's hilarious.
It is hilarious.
Isn't he the guy that drank 100 beers on an airplane once?
Something like
yeah,
that.
maybe even 400.
According to Hulk Hogan.
I'd just like to follow him into the bathroom.
Wow. And then
it's a small child.
maybe God will know this one. Maybe Ace. Born in 1951, Jeffrey Hyman. Anyone?
I don't know.
Lead singer of Wild Cherry.
Joey Ramone.
Oh.
Well, that's better than the Ramones is a good name now, knowing they could have been the Hymans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They weren't related. If you're just joining us, we are in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios, and this is the Bob and Tom Show. We're going to be checking in with Duke Tomato and the boys here shortly. Hope to get another song out of them. We're having a great time. We've got a great crew of musicians here today. Right now, we shift gears and visit the Silac Insurance News Desk with Christy Lee.
A Texas man is suing the fast food chain Whataburger because his burger had onions on it.
Oh.
According to the petition, Demery Ardell Wilson claims he got an allergic reaction from the onions on his burger after he requested they not be added to his food. Due to the allergic reaction, Mr. Wilson said he suffered serious personal injuries. He's seeking monetary relief of over $250,000, but less than $1 million.
Oh, well, put a cap on it.
Whataburger denied Mr. Wilson's allegations in a separate court document, which demands strict proof of his assertions. By the way, Whataburger is not the first fast food chain to face litigation from Mr. Wilson.
No.
He also filed a lawsuit against Sonic Drive-In.
Love it. Sucks.
Alleging that onions were added to his burger there.
Oh.
Don't you look? But of course not when you're this. You're just trying to
He wants
not
the
ever
money.
have to work.
Right.
I already sued the Outback Steakhouse. You got the bloomin' onion, and there was onions in it.
Oh, yeah.
What a dick, huh?
And they served it to me in the restaurant. I was thinking it was going to be served to me out back.
Oh,
these are all cute.
This is the equivalent. This is the equivalent of faking the grocery store slip.
Yeah.
Yes.
Have you ever seen some of those videos of people? They actually catch them, putting stuff on the ground, and they walk over and kind of
amazing.
Do you ever try to switch price tags anymore?
Of course not.
No.
Oh yeah,
I do, and I really put up a fuss when they try to argue about it.
And the UPC's right there. You can't change that. No, this iPod it costs a nickel.
It says right here.
I see.
A McDonald's.
Tough to do now. Okay, go ahead.
Whataburger's good. The last time I had it was with Chick McGee at the airport in Dallas.
That's exactly
we
right.
enjoyed some Whataburger.
I haven't had
delicious.
a Whataburger
It's really
before.
tasty.
Yeah, real good.
Never had one.
Real
I
fun.
haven't either. A McDonald's in Virginia is instituting a 21 and over policy for indoor diners. According to NBC, the location in Fairfax County will only offer indoor dining to customers 21 plus.
Can they do that?
The new policy chick comes after a fight broke out at the location last week Workers said many of the young people involved in the melee were from the nearby Thomas Edison High School.
Psst, hey, mister.
And we'll,
Hey, mister. Mister, can you go inside and get me a Happy Meal? I'll give you $50.
we'll talk to the manager of McDonald's. Sir, why did you... I tell you what, them damn kids, that's a problem around here.
Sir, don't you feel maybe your age has something to do with not
I can go to the place all by myself now. Damn kids don't get in the way.
I like wallering around in the balls.
I see what's happening.
Smoke a cigar. My ass itches.
Never have an ass itch. It's no picnic, let me tell you.
More than 1,000 Starbucks baristas have gone on strike to protest the chain's new dress code.
Oh, this is cute. More than 1,000.
Yeah, how many?
75,000.
75, yeah.
The company requires employees now to wear a solid black shirt and khaki, black, or blue denim bottoms under their green aprons.
How am I hearing about this for the second day in a row? And I don't work at Starbucks. Somebody was talking about it in the hallway yesterday.
Really? The union known as Starbucks Workers United said the dress code should be subject to collective bargaining.
Ah, jeez.
Starbucks said the strike was having a limited impact on its 10,000 company-operated U.S. stores. By the union's own account, less than 1% of Starbucks workers are participating in the strikes. And in some cases, the strikes closed stores for less than an hour.
Okay. Well, yeah, I don't think it's that big of a deal.
No.
What I mean is, I was fine with them wearing whatever they wanted. Who was...
They wear an apron anyway.
Yeah, I know. Nobody was confused by who worked there and who didn't.
Right. I agree.
Are they required to wear long sleeves to cover up the bad tattoos?
No,
I love all that.
They're not.
I'm kidding.
I know you are.
I always ask about tattoos. I'm always fascinated by this, especially the exotic ones.
I think that one, somebody wore... had a T-shirt of the chubby little kid giving you the finger. He's like 4 years old. Have you seen that picture?
I haven't.
Doing that?
That's a tattoo?
No, it's a T-shirt. What I said.
Well, no, I was over here looking at
a T-shirt.
What does that have to do with the story?
That's how they covered up their... They have to wear black shirts now instead of their picture of the kid flipping up. Never mind.
So the guy chose an offensive black shirt.
Exactly. I bet so.
Didn't the apron cover it?
Don't you?
I think Josh hit on this. But it's not a new thought. It's hard to talk to you.
Yeah, it
really is. It is really. You have to gird up your loins or whatever you're doing and walk in and go, okay.
Especially when you have 18,000 things going on.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
So they're going on strike?
Who?
Some. Well, less than 1%.
At Starbucks. On what grounds?
I didn't hate that. And I hate me for not hating that.
No, I'm still laughing and hating myself for Pol Pot pie.
Yeah.
I can't get away from it. That's so funny.
Well, I like the dichotomy of somebody so awful having such a cute name. Yeah.
Okay.
It scratches me where I itch.
On the topic of coffee, we got our own coffee right here. We got the Java House coffee. This portion of the Bob and Tom Show is sponsored by Java House, which that's the official coffee of the Bob and Tom Show and the official refreshments of the Bob and Tom Show. It's peel and pour, ladies and gentlemen. You take one of these pods right here. It looks kind of like a Keurig thing. It's just a little bit bigger, but you don't have to put it through some machine.
And it takes about as long as you to say it as it does to do it.
That's correct. This is the cold brew Colombian I'm holding here. They also have all kinds of tea and energy drinks, hydration drinks, lattes, and hot cocoa, favored by some members of our staff. I'm not gonna. Josh feels that I've put him in a corner. People think he drinks hot cocoa all day long in the show. It would be fine if he did. It might take the edge off this attitude he has today. It's Java House.
Lighten up, man. Have a cocoa.
haven't you ever said that? It's your hey, calm down. Have a cocoa.
Hey, come on over here and have a cocoa.
I do love cocoa. That's the only time I like marshmallows. That and s'mores.
If I get another dog, which won't be likely, I'm going to name him Coco.
That's very sweet.
No matter what.
What if it's a white dog?
No, Coco.
Okay, that'd be funny.
White Coco.
By the way, you can break with your brewer and break up with him or her. Get started at javahouse.com. Use the promo code Bob and Tom. That'll knock 25% off your first order. Bob and Tom is the code. Javahouse.com is the place. Find out what it's like to live free of the Keurig machine.
I'm having a mug of Sofia Vergara right now.
Oh!
Colombian hot.
Ah, very nice. By the way, right now, Java House giving you a chance to win an exclusive Java House ECR racer jacket and Java House pods for a year. You got a link to this at bobandtom.com/contest. You can check that out right now. We're in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios, and this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Johnny Parsons Jr., a lot of people recognize because he ran at the Speedway. His dad was Johnny Parsons, who won the 1950 Indy 500 and has a distinction of having the only misspelled name on the Borg Warner Trophy. They spelled it Johnnny, and it's Johnie is how he spells his name. In 1951, Maury Rose, who was running in his 15th 500, he won in 41, 47, and 48. Now 51, it's his 15th 500. And he's racing, and he gets tangled up with a guy and goes sliding in the infield and flips. Car winds up upside down. They come over, they shove the car over. He gets out of the car, walks over to the guardrail, sits down, reaches in his pocket, pulls out his pipe, lights his pipe. When the safety guys, he looks at me and goes, you know, some days you just can't make $1. And he took a puff of his pipe and he goes, that's it, I quit. And he retired, sitting right there, right there on the wall. In 77, Gordon Johncock, who he was leading the race and Foyt was chasing him, and something broke on the car coming out of 4, and he coasted down the main straightaway, and it was a hot year, 77, and he comes to a stop in the grass in the infield in turn 1. He gets out of the car, walks over, and there's a creek right there. And he walked down into the creek and started splashing water on him. It was so hot, and just come back up and sat on the guardrail till the emergency crews got there. Kind of a behind-the-scenes deal. I went to junior high school and high school with Butch Meyer. His grandpa was Louis Meyer. Louis Meyer was the first 3-time winner. He won in 28, 33, and 36. In 36, he was the first 3-time winner. He was the first to drink milk in Victory Lane. He was the first to get a pace car as part of his prize, and he was first to be awarded the Borg Warner Trophy. It was new in 1936. And so it was so neat hanging out with him and meeting Louis, and his dad, Sonny Meyer, Louis Meyer Jr., built engines and built the engines for like 18 Indy 500 winners. So they had a shop, Louis Meyer Incorporated, over in this industrial complex behind Lafayette Square off of Interstate 65. And you go over there and just hang, and go for stuff, cleaning, sweeping, just to hang out and be a part. And the 1973 500 was my senior year in high school, and it's such a big deal. And I sat up in the grandstands in the Louis Meyer Incorporated seats in the Northwest Vista, and Louis had done some parade laps in the pre-race parade in one of his old winners. And he came around and he was flying. Most of those guys are just kind of puttering around. Louis goes, and Louis got done, and he come up and sits in the stands, and Butch goes, Grandpa, why were you going so fast? I want to get away from all those people and get up here and just watch the race, But, so 1973, it rains. It takes 3 days to run the race. There's crashes. There was a crewman killed in the pits. It was an SDP Patrick Racing crewman. Sweet Savage was fatally injured. He was a teammate. And after like 342 miles, third day, they go, that's it, we're done. And Gordy was declared the winner. So the day after the race was over, I went to Louis Meyer Incorporated, and I'm walking through the engine shop, and Sonny Meyer, there's a table there, and they had a rag out there, and there were 4 sets of pistons. There was 4 sets of pistons and rods sitting there on the table, and they'd been manufluxed. Manuflux is a process they use to x-ray metal to look for cracks and faults and things. And all these orange, 3 of the 4 pistons, rods and connecting rods and everything had cracks in them, and a couple of the pistons had, you could see orange lines. And I said, Sonny, where are these? He goes, they're out of Gordy's engine from yesterday. I go, what are these cracks? He goes, they're weaknesses. And I said, well, how much longer would this thing have lasted, this engine? He goes, maybe a lap, maybe 100 laps. You don't know. It could have gone at any time. But the race was called at 342 miles. So fast forward a few years, and second place that year was Bill Vukovich Jr. His dad had won 53 and 54 and had been killed in 55. His son was fatally injured in a sprint car wreck in the 80s. But anyway, so in 1973, he finishes second to Gordon Johncock. So I'm doing an interview, like a Where Are They Now for the Indianapolis Motor Speedway Radio Network, and I'm talking to him. And after we got done, he goes, man, 73 burns me up. He goes, I was so lucky because McCluskey was in third and he was gaining on me, and I had a turbocharger, and the turbocharger had cracked. I was down 100 horsepower, and McCluskey was catching on me. And man, I was so lucky that rain came. I ended up finishing second. And I told him about the Pistons. And he goes, a lap? And I go, yeah. Sonny said it could have lasted a lap, could have lasted 10 laps. And he goes, oh, I wish you'd have never told me that. I felt about that big for, just another pound of disappointment, I think, in his life. So.
Greatness isn't given. It's earned. It starts from the ground up with every step, every move, every moment. Because when the game is on the line, you need the best. The new Sport Athletic Performance insole from Orange Insoles. Stability, support, dominance. Orange Insoles, because greatness starts from the ground up, even when you're sitting down.
Hi, this is Christy Lee from The Bob and Tom Show. Thanks for watching this morning's show. To listen, just go to bobandtom.com. Check out the list for a station near you, or stream the online radio station on our website and the Bob and Tom app. The Bob and Tom Show, on air, on app, and on demand.
From Noblesville, Indiana, USA. They are winners. You could be a winner, too. Be listening to Q95 for that in 15 minutes.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. There's Christy Lee and Josh Arnold, Pat Godwin, Ace Cosby's here. We're in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts. I'm Chick, and here's Tom. Hi, Tom.
We were talking about yesterday was the birthday celebration, if you will, of Malcolm X.
Mm-hmm.
In certain history books, they're changing his name to Malcolm Twitter, which
it's sort of an opposite of what.
Yeah, that's a protest. I think.
Is that? Right?
Yeah. The revolution will not be televised.
I've heard that.
Now we're going to hook up with Duke Tomato. And the Duke Tomato Trio here in a matter of moments.
Does he know that?
There's no way.
He's fully.
He was sitting on the couch when I was back there just a second ago.
Oh, no kidding. Oh, that's interesting.
He's on full.
He's fine.
He's on full coast.
Apparently not. Okay, I was given a thumbs up. But that was.
No, you're good. Christy's joking.
Oh, okay.
He's not ready?
Okay, good.
Your body language, Jason, is real confusing. We need you to blacken that glass.
Okay. You know what we need to do? I think
like a chicken?
How about this? I know how to stall for a second.
You know that.
Sexy man with a deep voice. Ace Cosby.
Listen to that
Here he is
excitement.
with his joke of the day.
No, Josh, yesterday, my girlfriend, she left me a note on their fridge, said, this isn't working.
Oh.
Goodbye. I opened it. It worked.
The fridge
That
worked.
was Ace Cosby's joke of the
There was
day.
a misunderstanding, I believe.
Ace, I think you've been dumped.
It's gone from irritation to just anger. Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Well, let's squeeze a story out of you, Christy Lee.
A Delaware animal shelter is trying to care for thousands of chicks.
What did Delaware, boys? What did Delaware? I don't know Alaska. I don't know.
God, what a turd.
She wore a brand new jersey. She wore a brand new jersey.
She drank a mini soda. She drank a mini soda.
She was hurt. I said, Hawaii. She said, I'm bleeding to death. That was that last
What
verse.
states I'm bleeding to death?
A Delaware animal shelter trying to care for thousands of chicks that were abandoned in a postal service truck It's still unclear how 12,000 chicks were left for 3 days
12,000.
inside the truck at a Delaware mail distribution center.
That's more than a mistake, right?
Yes.
12,000 chicks?
And they're surviving chicks, which means not all of them did.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, did KFC buy them?
Nursed and cared for.
You're going to have
They
to
don't
need...
serve little they don't
Well, they got.
Where do you think the nuggets come from?
Thank you, Josh, for saving that idiotic observation.
Shish to run all those
Right?
through. And, yeah.
The surviving chicks are now being nursed and cared for at First State Animal Center and SPCA.
I think it'd be a chick, onion, green pepper. Chick, onion, green pepper.
Sounds like a terrible country song.
What's that? There's 12,000 chicks?
10,000 chicks in a hot postal car, baking and a dying like my mother did last week.
You know what? He's right. That does sound like a terrible country song.
Bacon and a dying like my mother did last week.
That's a sad song.
She was baked to death.
Yes, in the first verse, she dies in a truck that's
The
parked.
shelter is also offering the birds for adoption, but only a few hundred out of as many as 2,000 have been picked up, which is quite a stretch.
They're waiting till
Okay,
they.
so wait a minute.
They're waiting until they get tender.
Boy, there's nothing worse than chewy chicken, right?
Yeah,
like
rubbery.
a chicken jerky.
If you do the math on this, 10,000 of those chicks didn't make it.
Well,
that's really sad.
How could you ship 10,000 chickens and not have a proper destination for them? Wouldn't you know where they were?
What happened here?
And wouldn't they hear them?
They just ended up in a mail truck.
Why wouldn't they hear them?
Like loaded to the gills.
Is this like?
I mean,
every once in a while you read about the errant mail carrier that they find 80,000 pieces of mail in his garage.
Right.
But this. Who takes the truck full of the chickens and goes, I'm just going to park it?
What were they doing in there in the first place?
I don't know.
Who mails a chicken?
I don't know, Artie. These packages are chirping at me. I don't know what the problem is.
Baffling.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, it must have been filled completely.
Yes.
12,000 chicks.
And it had to have made noise. The guy had to have gone, what the heck?
I don't know what's happening. Somebody needs to go to jail.
Who does the chicks? Did you just do the chicks?
That's very good. Very good.
Very good.
It's very
You want to talk about screw worms?
Why not? What are they?
Yeah, let's do it.
This is
If they're up for it, I am.
This is a really serious issue.
Let's screw worms. Let's do it.
Oh, geez. Look at this, Frank. Look who's back.
Screw worm.
He's going to screw.
Lawmakers in Texas have introduced new legislation
And here
to get ahead of an impending New World screw worm invasion.
I got to look these things up.
The New World screw worm is back.
I hope they look just like long screws.
I think they kind of screw themselves into the
I hope so.
flesh of cattle.
Once eradicated in 1966, the screw worm has reemerged as a threat. An outbreak in Mexico has U.S. officials on high alert. That's right, Tom. Screw worms larvae
They look just like maggots.
burrow into living flesh, killing livestock if untreated.
They become flies, huh?
The USDA has shut down cattle, horse, and bison imports at the southern border. Secretary Brooke Rollins confirmed the screw worm-related shutdown on X, and they pose a serious threat to American agriculture.
Yeah. They're essentially maggots, and they become parasitic flies.
The name screw worms, though, it sounds like something a college guy would catch after a spring break in Tijuana.
Yes.
Well, I got the screw worms.
So we whipped screw worms, though, in 1966.
Yeah, but they're back.
Their full name, the Cochleomya hominavorax.
So the New World screw worm is a much more elegant name.
Yes, yeah.
That'd be a good name for a minor league baseball team.
The screw worm. That's not bad. Gross.
The New World screw worms.
Yeah.
That'd be a cool mascot, don't you think?
Yeah.
Screw worms.
You got a worm with like a corkscrew set of legs.
Absolutely. And a little hat. And
Screw worms will live inside an animal until it is deceased.
Oh, God.
The animal or the screw worm?
The
animal.
They can squirm into the belly buttons of newborn mammals.
Oh, come on.
This article is from PBS, and it's titled 7 Reasons Flesh-Eating Screw Worms Are as Gross as You Think.
Yeah, they win.
Yeah.
They are indeed correct.
That going into belly buttons is like I don't like that at all.
So
No.
So they're coming up from Mexico?
Yes, sir.
So no cattle being imported?
Isn't that how the alien got into John Hurd or whichever guy that was? He
went through his belly button?
An alien?
Yeah, an alien.
No, it gives birth through the mouth. That's why it wraps around your face.
Oh, I thought it went in the belly button. Okay.
A 4-year-old girl in India was once treated for a screwworm infestation.
Uh-huh.
I'm
Don't.
wait a minute. I'm not going to tell you where.
How many?
No.
Oh.
No, let's just keep going.
You can't have. She can't have babies. Is that right?
No, she can. Yeah. Oh, they extracted this 12-year-old girl from Colombia. They extracted 142 larvae from the girl's scalp. And you thought those lice checks at school were gross.
All right, we're going to need a Phillips and a flathead. We got them both here.
Take a step closer.
That is actually making me itch my head now. Oh, God. Okay, well, what do you got coming up, Christy Lee?
Coming up, we have Italian brain rot. We have the smiley face emoji. Be careful where you send it. We have Mount Fuji in the news.
I have a theory about Italian brain rot.
Okay.
Is it when you eat so much pasta that you can't think?
No.
Oh.
I like that, though.
Real sleepy.
That would be nice, wouldn't
That
it?
would be great. There's no way you can eat too much pasta.
I concur.
Yeah.
That'd be delightful and delicious. That would be my last meal, too, Christy.
Me too. Oh, I love it.
I'd eat that pasta and listen to this at my last meal.
Oh. What did Delaware?
What? Here comes Perry Como. Yeah.
Did they think this was clever when they did it?
Very clever.
They knew it was clever when they did it.
Okay, this is the
white men drummers. Why did California?
Oh, awful.
California. Why did Cal?
All right, sing it like white people.
She called to say Hawaii. Boy, that's really pushing it. Hawaii? Who says Hawaii?
And California.
Did they fit them all in?
I
know that she has a Minnesota at one point.
Does have a Minnesota.
Yeah, okay.
It's a lot of them.
Where is Oregon? I think that is.
You won't find this surprising. It seems a lot longer than it is.
Now, was this very cool? So this was done after Hawaii and Alaska were admitted to the Union.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, that's surprising because that sounds like it would have been interesting in the 1910s.
That was from the album Como Says What?
Of course, yeah. Perry Como. That's a terrific record.
Muy bien.
We are in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios, and this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Break up with your brewer. Switch to Java House. Amazingly smooth barista quality cold brew in seconds with no equipment required. Just peel and pour over hot or cold water. Effortlessly easy. Coffee, teas, hydration and energy drinks, hot cocoa and more. Order online at javahouse.com. Java House, the official coffee and refreshments of the Bob and Tom Show.
Hello and welcome to the wildly successful Mr. Obvious Show. I'm your host, Mr. Obvious. Let's take a call. Hello, Mr. Obvious Show.
Hello, is this Mr. Obvious?
Speaking.
Hi, Mr. Obvious. Long-time listener, first-time caller. Just want to say, first of all, I really love your show. Really enjoy listening to it. I think you do a great job.
Well, kind words indeed. And thank you, caller, for calling the Mr. Obvious Show.
No, Mr. Obvious?
Yes.
Here's my problem.
Oh, okay.
Well, thing is, I think I got some kind of animal trapped in my house.
Oh, yeah, like a pest problem or
Yeah,
something?
well, it's even bigger than that. I think it's some kind of critter that's trapped down underneath my sink somewhere.
Oh, my. Now, do you live in a rural section of town?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I do. I live on the outskirts of town here, and well, here's the thing. I think it's caught underneath my sink, and I've opened the doors and my cabinets there and looked underneath, and I can't find it anywhere, but I can hear him down there making noise.
Oh, you say you got a critter and you can hear him. Now, what kind of sound does he make, caller?
Well, it's kind of a growling, kind of, well, I'll try to imitate it for you. It's kind of like, kind of like that.
This is under your sink in your kitchen?
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like you might be caught down there in the pipes.
Now, this is not uncommon for your rurally located homes to have a raccoon or a possum under the house. Now, but you say he might be stuck in the pipes?
Yeah, that's what it seems like because, in fact, I think that's how he's living there. He seems to eat stuff that my wife throws away down the sink after dinner. She'll wash the leftovers down the sink after we get done eating. I think that's what he's eating because I can hear him down there growling and chewing.
Huh. What was the sound again, caller?
Well, it's she'll put the stuff down there in the sink and run the water, and then you can hear him. It's kind of going, kind of like that.
Huh. Now, is there anything else that corresponds with the growling that your wife does there in the kitchen?
Huh. Well, it does seem like it usually happens whenever she tries to turn the light on. Yeah, there's a light switch there. She'll try to turn it on. Thing is, the light don't come on. I think the light bulb must be burnt out or something, but I can't even find a place to change the light bulb on it. Anyway, she'll try to turn that light switch on, and you can hear him down there just seems to make him mad as anything.
This is in the kitchen under the sink, right?
Yeah. Yep. And, you know, I figure he's caught in the pipes.
Right.
So I figured try to get him out of there. Well, I reached down there with my hands when I heard him growling. And I mean, that thing about ripped my fingers off. Bit into me. Boy, it hurt.
Well, I think I know what your problem is, caller. It's a garbage disposal.
So, is that something like a raccoon?
No, caller. It's
No, it's something littler like a mouse.
No, caller, it's a machine that's hooked to your drain pipe there under your sink that chews up food that makes it rinse right down the pipe there. It's an actual machine. It's not an animal at all.
Huh.
Yeah, that's what it is.
I never made the connection. She does use it to get rid of the garbage.
There you go.
Sounds like a critter. Just,
I know, yeah, it's not a critter. Thanks for calling, though, caller.
Mr. Obvious?
Yes.
You're a lifesaver.
Thank you. That'll do it for this week's show. Thank you, and good luck from everyone here on the Mr. Obvious Show.
Oh, boy.
I mean this in a kind of an way. I would imagine you probably had a lot of guy groupies, but not like in a traditional group. You know what I mean? In other words, dudes coming up to you.
Rod McEwen.
Guys who want to party with
Rod,
them?
Rod
there's a reason why they call him Rod.
Rod waited for us in Hawaii. We were on our way to Australia, and Rod heard we were coming to, stopping in Hawaii.
Mm-hmm.
He waited.
At the airport?
He missed it. Yeah, at the airport. He missed his flight to meet us because he thought we were one of them.
Oh, that's interesting.
Because of the bits we did. You know?
What I meant was, as Christy, in other words, you guys were like,
clean it up now.
I want to party with these guys.
Party with these guys.
I mean, I imagine that would kind of be a buzz. It'd kind of be a burden though after a while.
Oh no, it was we just like, I don't think so, man.
We got a lot of bits from these parties. We went to one party very early in our career. I think it was in Rochester.
Yeah.
And this one guy brought he was a blues collector, and he brought his famous, never heard before, Lightning Hopkins disc. And he had it on the turntable. And very carefully put the needle on there. And he sat down with his eyes closed, and some party guy ripped it out.
Special broadcast for Carb Day powered by Speedway Subaru Volkswagen, and then Race Day powered by Reed Stickles Jewelers and Speedway Subaru Volkswagen. Did I say Subaru?
You did.
Subaru.
Deep breath.
Hey, yeah, everybody take a deep breath. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the Silac Insurance News Desk. There's Pat Godwin.
Hey, chick.
There's Josh Arnold.
Hello.
We're in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. There's Ace Cosby.
Hey.
I'm Chick McGee. And hello, Tom.
Hello, Chick. We're going to get another song out of Duke Tomato in about 15 minutes. We've got the Duke Tomato Trio, President Accounted For. And right now we're going to head back to the Silac Insurance News Desk with Christy Lee.
A new form of internet absurdity, dubbed Italian brain rot, is taking over TikTok.
Hey.
This is according to the New York Times.
Am I a brain?
Yes, the Italian brain rot subgenre emerged in January with AI-generated characters that mix animals or humans with inanimate objects. The memes have some vague references to Italy, either in their names or the depiction of stereotypes.
I love stereotypes.
They come from somewhere, right?
Yeah.
Among the most recent
They're always
and
fun.
most popular entries into the cast of character is ballerina Cappuccina, a ballerina with a cappuccino cup head. That sounds
Man,
lovely.
that's...
I want to see it here.
Funny.
These things, this is the new, what was the thing, the Skabooty, what was it, the toilet with the head coming out?
Skibidi?
It was.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is the new version of that.
Right.
I see. This is
Yeah.
what people are doing on TikTok?
Yep.
That's why I'm not on it.
Yeah, nor am I.
An associate professor of communication at the University of Buffalo College of Arts and Sciences explained that the sheer randomness of the meme is the point.
I see.
Yotam Ophir said what users get from it is, in a sense, that they are in the know, that they know something their mom doesn't know.
If you're a friend of his, you got to just call him Yo, right?
Yeah.
You don't call him Yo Tam.
Yotam.
Yo, damn.
Just Yo.
So this is a hypness thing. You're part of a crowd that you got a little private.
Boy, I'm happy not to be part of this.
Boy, me too.
Yeah, it's social media, right?
3 billion views.
Yeah, but have you seen the babies? AI-generated babies?
As Chick was saying the other day,
I've just
enough
about
with
had
that.
it.
It's unbelievable.
They've done everything now,
Yeah.
including Sling Blade and ordering French fried potatoes
Yeah.
at the window.
I'm surprised our
Babies.
show hasn't been
Babies.
died.
It was funny in the beginning.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when do we get Bob and Tom babies to come?
Usually when we, whenever we get on it, it's about 1 month too late. Let's be honest.
That's not wrong.
The next time you text a Gen Zer, you might want to refrain from using certain emojis, by the way. According to the Wall Street Journal, many teens and 20-somethings see the smiley face emoji as patronizing or passive-aggressive.
Oh,
Well, you want to know these things or not, John?
Likewise, Josh, the cry laughing emoji is considered basic, but the skull emoji means I'm laughing so hard I'm dying.
all right.
So skull emoji good, laughing emoji sarcastic.
Erica Dahlin, author of Digital Body Language, How to Build Trust and Connection No Matter the Distance.
Well, first of all, the title's too long, so I'm not reading it.
Told the journal that while older generations tend to take emojis at face value, younger generations have assigned the icons entirely different meanings. And we've talked about that before. The ever-changing meanings behind the icons, though, have not only led to misunderstandings, but have also become something of a minefield for parents as they supervise their children in the digital age.
I use those old-fashioned emoticons.
Yeah,
You still go with the semicolon, close parentheses?
Yeah, that's the way to go.
Winky face?
That's the hip way to go. Maybe just don't use
I
them
bet that
at all.
makes a comeback. I bet those at some point are considered cool again.
A lot of people are using them. I've been noticing that.
Well, your friend group.
Yeah.
Mostly men, thank you.
Well, they're still old.
Really? Really?
Do you ever get the
tear them out,
the sarcastic eggplant and the squirting hose, whatever it is?
No.
Oh, that's not a thing anymore.
See, I have the hardest. I have the hardest time with this in this room. I promise you, because you are all so old that you're supposed to be clueless about this stuff. I'm a little younger. I should be in the know. I hate it all, and I'm not young enough to embrace it. So I am in the most uncomfortable position.
You're the man in the middle.
You're limboed.
Yeah.
No, but don't you? You have a niece, for example. Do you?
You guys didn't laugh at "You Are All So Old."
Well, it hurt.
With you, Pat.
It was meant as a joke.
It was a glimpse into the window of what you really think of.
You came here grumpy.
It's like the time you've said it in a week.
Remember when you couldn't believe you worked on the show? Remember that? You were very happy and excited.
You guys, in my defense, you were all 8 years younger then.
That's a fair point.
So much
if I could argue, I would.
That
You're younger way back.
No, do you ever, with your niece, do you ever send emojis, or do you stick to actual words?
I don't text with my nieces and nephews.
You don't?
Oh, that's fun.
Court ordered.
Yes.
That's the implication from Pat. Don't call Pat old.
No.
You ever, whenever anyone asks Pat his age, he tries to remember what lie he told them so he can stay consistent.
What you are saying is absolutely true.
I want to. Could we make our own line of emojis?
You've asked that, and we've said yes.
Tom. We're so old. I don't know if we can figure it out.
I have 320-somethings. They never use emojis, ever. They hate them.
See, this is the whole thing. You can't win.
Nope.
Okay.
You can't.
All right. I'm so sorry that we're not hip anymore.
I am too. I am too.
I am really sorry as well.
And
I've never been hip.
We're not expected to be.
But we've been saying forever that one of the problems with texting is if you're being sarcastic, unless they have a sarcastic font, it's not necessarily clear that what your intention is when you write something.
Correct.
So I think
context should be clear.
But I mean,
it's not my fault if I write something sarcastic to you and it's all there in context. It's not my fault if you don't get it.
Really?
Yes.
What about in the court of law?
It's like when I joke around with Chick and I go, I'm kidding, right? And he takes it seriously. It's not my fault that you're taking it seriously. I'm joking.
I'm not speaking to you.
You're way out of line today.
Way out of line.
Yeah, you walked in a bad mood.
No, I didn't walk in.
Well, you were, first of all, you weren't even walking. I've seen slugs go faster.
Yeah. We haven't forgot about you lumbering.
Yes, I thought it was like a constipation issue. He was afraid he was, or that maybe.
You're so snippy with
You're
so snippy with our older boss.
It was like a parade float.
Yeah, get a diarrhea plug if you have to go that bad. You're walking so slow. Okay, just
Holy hell, man.
Okay.
It was the piece of crap behind me I was upset about. You
piece of old crap.
Have some self-respect.
Are you guys older than me?
Yes.
I'm not.
I'm so old that there are very few people that get to be my age.
No, Chicken, honestly,
I'm very lucky.
You're the youngest one in the room. You know all the...
Mentally, my baby outlook on life.
You're the most technologically savvy.
That's because it bothers me, and I got to find out. That's why I find out.
Yeah, you care about it.
Yeah.
So now you're only hurting Tom, Christy Lee, Ace, and me now.
No. If my
if Joshua wasn't here, I'd be the youngest person in the room.
Is that why you've been slashing my tires, cutting my brake lines?
Well, now, what's coming up, Christy Lee?
Well, we still have time for this. 2 Canadian men have lost over $150,000, they say, to psychics. One man
But
only
they didn't see that coming.
That's so Canadian.
One man only identified as Ray told CTV News that
Oh, you don't have to call me Ray. Oh.
he gave over $53,000 to... What the hell?
It's Ray Jones. Beth Jones. Oh, sorry.
He hit the wrong
He hit the
button.
wrong
No, I don't have the Ray thing anymore.
What?
Okay.
This is an outrage.
He gave over $53,000 to 3 psychics to help him with his love life.
An idiot.
He said he paid one psychic to help a woman fall in love with him, and when problems arose in that relationship, the psychic said he could repair that relationship if they paid him more money.
Oh, these guys got ripped off.
Another man from Toronto, referred to as HJ, said a psychic had
That's a weird
duped
name.
him.
Hand job, right? What kind of a name is that?
Odd Job is the Odd
Odd.
Job.
I'm sorry.
No, that's in James Bond, you see.
Duped him into thinking he was controlled by demons.
I've been duped.
In the end, Mr. HJ said he gave the psychic more than $57,000. He said, I feel like an idiot, total idiot.
You don't feel like one, sir. You are one.
I let this thing happen to me.
Let's not blame the victim.
Both
I'm blaming
men
the victim.
are unsure of how they will recover financially from their loss.
Now,
Man.
Pat, what she said was, both men are unsure. Unsure.
Hey, Pat.
She said, "Ensure," and I was going to take my medicine.
Well, even Canada has dumb people. It's good to know.
Yeah.
Thank
You don't believe in psychics at all?
My numerologist told me that psychics are bunk.
You trickster.
No, as a matter of fact. Coming up, we're going to get a song out of Duke Tomato. I'm looking forward to that. Also, we have Chick McGee weighing in on the importance of quality sound in your earbuds.
Raycon's Everyday Earbuds, and Father's Day is right around the corner. That's, of course, coming up
June 15th.
June 15th, as memory serves.
Memory goes after a while.
And Raycon has the 32-hour battery life, multi-point connectivity, lets him pair two devices at once. Dear old dad out in the back throwing the ball, listening to the Raycon earbuds. Yeah, I never did that with my father. But maybe you have a chance. Maybe you can learn from me. Go out.
So the lesson here is that your miserable childhood would have been better if you'd had earbuds?
I think so. If they would have invented them just 40 years earlier.
No kidding.
Keep out the noise.
Although I took speakers from those little radios.
Yeah.
The little speaker that comes in like that radio.
Like a transistor
radio?
Transistor radio. Wired them together and put them in earmuffs and wore them as headphones.
That's ingenious.
You did that?
Yeah, I did that.
Wow.
The start of your radio career.
Yeah, and I sit around and go, hey, good evening, it's me. And here I am again. And, much like I'm doing now.
I love that.
That's really cool. I didn't know that.
Did you do announcements about Raycon earbuds?
I did. I had 20/20 vision into the future. Raycon's quick charge function, 10 minutes of charging, 90 minutes of battery. And Raycon has active noise cancellation, something I couldn't provide in the transistor radio speakers. But you can have it today at an affordable price. And Raycon also has 30-day happiness guarantee return policy. And right now, get up to 15% off site-wide at buyraycon.com/Tom. That's buyraycon.com/Tom. 15% off. And one more time, buyraycon.com/Tom.
Thank you very much, Chick McGee. We are in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios, and this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Alex and Christian are both great competitors. That doesn't always translate to a smooth workplace.
Hydrate, hydrate.
Boom. Productivity around here? Not smooth. Excuse me 1 second, guys. That's it. One of you get me a coffee.
Want a barista quality coffee fast? With Java House, you just peel, pour, and enjoy. No complicated brewer needed. Amazingly smooth. Not smooth.
Tony Kanaan, he was from Brazil, was great friends with Helio Castro Neves, was new kids. And this was probably 94 or 95, maybe 95, 90, I forget. And it was rookie year. And I remember this gang-looking kid with big ears and interviewing him the morning before the 500. But he led more laps than I think anybody did his first 7 Indy 500s. He had some sort of a record. And then when he won in 2013, just the roar of the crowd, the roar of those people that just loved him, because again, they could sense his enthusiasm and his love of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway and Indy 500. He was always very personal. He was always a lot of fun. We would have him on the show with Bob and Tom all the time when I was doing the morning interviews. He was always great kidding around with Bob and Tom. And, now he's got his kids are running around over there all the time. But, everybody, Nobody can last forever, ever. And, last year he drove the car that was sponsored by the American Legion. And just was such a great spokesperson for the Legion and their Be the One program, which the whole purpose behind the sponsorship of the IndyCar is to promote Be the One, and they're encouraging people to be the one to watch out for a veteran who's having problems, to listen to him, encourage him to get help, to stigmatize getting help from a doctor. It doesn't make you a wussy. You go get help, and they want people to be the one to help these veterans, because veterans, as we all know, are committing suicide at an alarming rate at 50% more than the average adult population. The veterans are committing suicide, but he was such a great spokesperson for the Legion and did a great job, obviously, driving the car. But I remember when they had the Formula One race with the tire debacle, when Michelin screwed up and the tires wouldn't work, and so they had 6 cars run the Formula One race, and that was okay. But Weldon and Kanaan were there, and I saw them, and I was on the radio network, and I go, guys. And this was right when it was really starting to get nasty. I go, can I get a word with you on the air? And they go, Dave, I'm sorry, we got to get out of here. They want us out of the infield. They want us off the property. And Kanaan and Weldon, man, they grabbed him and threw him in a van and boom, got him out of there, man. That morning was a debacle. I was the pit reporter for the radio network during that race, and everybody was looking around. It was racing. Everybody was wondering, where the hell is everybody? Where's Ecclestone? What are we going to do? We're hearing rumors. There's going to be 6 cars. So they're in this room having a meeting with the owners in Ecclestone. And all of a sudden, Ecclestone comes walking out, and he starts headed towards pit lane. And there's just a scrum of media from all over the world around him. And I thought, man, this is my racetrack. I'm going to find out what the hell's going on. So I split, I'm a pretty big guy. Bam, man, I split, out of the way. I get right in front of Ecclestone as he's walking, and I step right in front of him, and I go, are we going to race today? And he goes, yes, and if you'll get out of my way, I'll go start the race. But I had him live on the air saying that. Throw it to me. Let's go down to Dave Wilson. Are we going to race today, Bernie? Yes, and if you'll get out of the way. What a debacle.
Greatness isn't given. It's earned. It starts from the ground up with every step, every move, every moment. Because when the game is on the line, you need the best. The new Sport Athletic Performance insole from Orange Insoles. Stability, support, dominance. Orange Insoles, because greatness starts from the ground up, even when you're sitting down.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the Silac Insurance News Desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin.
Hey, chick.
Hey, man. How you been?
Good.
Feeling all right?
Yeah.
Good. There's Josh Arnold.
Hi there.
Ace Cosby. Hey. We're in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. Hello, Tom.
I'm trying to remember. Didn't we have a news story a couple years ago? They did a Bible
with emojis.
with just emojis.
Yeah,
no kidding.
Mm-hmm.
Do you suppose like Moses
Oh boy.
came down from Mount Sinai and like next to the adultery commandment there was like a wink emoji? Huh? Probably not, huh? I guess that wouldn't be okay. You see.
I don't think so, Tom.
All right. I'm not hallucinating. That was a real thing, right?
That sounds unreadable. How? Because there aren't enough emojis.
Yeah. I mean, presumably, maybe they had regular text and then they would have the occasional emoji.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see. that wouldn't be.
But once again, if we wanted to create Bob and Tom emojis with very special meanings, we could do that.
Yeah.
Tiny little drawings.
Yes.
I'll have to get on that. That
Like
sounds
Sergio Aragones?
Sounds like a big project. Now, our goal here is to hook up with Duke Tomato in a few minutes, and we're going to check in with Christy Lee. She's at the Silac Insurance News Desk. Christy.
The mayor of Fujiyama, Japan, wants off-season Mount Fuji hikers to pay for the costs of their rescue.
Yeah, I think so too.
Sora News 24 reports the mountain's official climbing season runs from midsummer to early fall, though people do attempt the risky climb outside of that time frame despite posted warnings.
Why would they name it Snora? That makes it sound boring.
Sora News?
Oh, Sora. Oh, I thought you said Snora.
No, Sora.
My fault.
Here comes old Snora.
Hey, Snora. Well, I feel bad if your name's Nora right now. I'm sorry. That started. Okay.
Mayor Hadada Sudo drew attention to this issue in a recent press conference.
Hadada?
First name Kip.
That's
a father.
Hidetada.
My best friend's name Marlon.
He says selfish of off-season hikers, and they have a responsibility for the results of those actions.
Did you say shellfish?
Selfish?
You said shellfish.
Oh, for God's sake. You're on my last nerve today.
I love
What's the matter? Did you see how I did that and somehow you got yelled at?
He added that the cost of rescue operations is tremendous, so shouldn't the burden of paying those costs be carried by the people requiring off-season rescue?
Tom, what do you think? Yes?
Yes, absolutely.
And we did this story. Remember the Chinese national college student who had to be rescued 2 times?
Idiot.
Yeah, on 2 separate occasions just last month.
Oh, you mean wrong way Wilson?
Yeah, well, he forgot his cell phone or something, right? And he went back to find his cell phone and got stuck again, and they had to rescue him again.
Huh.
Yeah, I think, especially when people are told don't go, and then they go, and then they have to go get them.
Right.
This guy's also saying he wants to collect a special tax to replace homes that are destroyed by Godzilla.
Oh, really?
This guy might be crazy. At first I thought he was onto something.
He might be losing his grip.
I say, do the Everest thing. Leave him up there.
Well, these are people who aren't dead
still
yet.
alive.
Yeah, they're not.
Nope, not yet. Hey, we said don't climb Mount Fuji. Don't do it.
Right. Climb at your own risk.
Yeah.
You think there's one of those, this is so stupid, one of those film developing places up at the top of Mount Fuji?
Oh.
Just a little shack.
Like a kiosk.
Looks like a little camera.
What was the name of those? Like 1 hour photo?
Photomat.
Yeah. Photomat! Man, oh, man.
Now, is there still a Fuji blimp?
I don't think so.
I think there is, yeah. There's still Fuji.
Why not just take that to the top of Mount Fuji? A lot easier. You want to take the blimp?
Sort of on the nose.
Let's take the blimp.
Well, here, it's just been handed to me.
What's that?
The Emoji Bible.
Oh, good work, Mark.
So was it all emojis?
It's it says one of the most widely translated works in history has been given a 21st century update with the publication of the Emoji Bible.
Wow, that's something.
So it has some emoji.
It says
it's not like Klingon.
3,300 pages.
Whoa.
Oh, that's your standard Bible link.
So what are they? What?
Wait a minute.
And all the words everything in the Bible is now an emoji.
There's no way.
It's one big puzzle.
I'm looking this.
I'm trying to figure out what it's.
Well, no.
I mean, what's the emoji for?
There is a
Canaanite.
No, there's a Jesus emoji.
Is there really?
Yeah, he stands there with his hands.
Well, of course. I mean, but yeah.
Oh, is there?
Yeah.
No.
Well, yours isn't on there because you're Satan. But
well, I always use the Muhammad emoji,
which would be very bad. It says the Emoji Bible met with a largely positive reception, according to a spokesperson.
Largely.
Well, that works for the Bible.
Yeah.
They said there were some translation difficulties.
Yeah, I'm trying to find.
It looks like they just throw in an emoji at the end of certain sentences.
Okay, there you go. So that's
what do you think the burning bush was?
Like Lot and a pillar of salt and a salt shaker.
right.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't. really see a need for this.
The Noah's Ark chapter might be kind of fun. A lot of animals there.
Oh, yeah.
That works.
Apparently, you can get the Emoji Bible on the App Store. If you'd like to read it on your phone. I'm just telling you.
Sounds fun.
Yeah?
Are they going to take all the great works of literature and do this? I don't.
Maybe they have.
Well,
I don't know.
Oh, I see. Okay, I finally found a sentence. And God called the light and the darkness. Oh, and God called the light sun and the darkness he called moon. Can you see? They've got God.
Oh, so there's a lot of language followed by the occasional emoji.
And you're going to have to figure out, like, I thought that was an angel. I didn't know that was a God emoji.
Oh,
I thought it was just an angel
works. It's
emoji.
pretty easy,
Yeah. So that would be, it'd be hard enough to.
So if God sees something that's good, they give you the thumbs up, right?
Yes, and it was thumbs up.
Yeah.
Man,
on, the seventh day, did they have something with the Z's for rested? Z.
Apparently, Bible emoji is on X, and you can get a Bible emoji phrase a day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like this is from the book of Genesis, and I have no idea.
Is it a picture of Phil Collins or the other guy?
Invisible.
Interesting.
Okay. If you're just joining us, hello. This is the Bob and Tom program coming to you from the O'Reilly Auto Parts studios. And we're going to check in. I think we've got Duke Tomato back up and running. The man, the guitar, the band. There he is. Hey, Duke. And we've got Michael Reed in the keyboards. We've got the lovely ladies, Annie Manley.
Hello, hello.
And Amy Eisenman right there. On the bass, it's Bill Ritter. The very handsome and very available Dawson Willett. On the drums.
They call him the Creek.
Oh, you can't even keep the ladies in the building away from him. It's
Pimping him out all morning.
I enjoy that for some reason. Duke, what do you got for us?
We're going to play More Love, More Money, I hope.
I'm ready.
Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Whatever it is that you got, there's something else you want. Whatever it is that you do, something you want to. What do you need? More love. What do you want? More money. What do you need? More love. What do you want? More money. You're tired or angry, have emotional stress, confused, frustrated, all your hair's a mess. Whatever it is that's wrong with you, I know what can get you through. What do you need? More love. What do you want? More money. What do you need? More love. What do you want? More money. Please. Do you work for a living?
Josh.
Do you like your job?
Like it very much.
Do Do you like your boss?
Well.
I love him.
Thank you, Josh.
Are any of you self-employed and don't like your boss? Do you get paid enough?
Sure.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
If you won the lottery, would you go to your job and tell your boss just how much you
Love him?
think about it? Here's a going for you, Tom. Are you in love right now with someone besides yourself?
Of course.
How's that working out?
Pretty good.
Do you get laid enough?
The gentleman never discusses such things.
I know it can make your life better. Would you like to know?
I would like to know.
Would you like to know?
I'd love to know.
I'm so excited. Tell them, band. More love. More money. More love. More money. Lord have mercy. More love. Love, love, love. More money. More love. More money, Bridget. All together. More love. More money. More love.
Sweet love.
More money.
Old hard cash.
Bought with your green forehead and your girlfriend's starting to look funny. I know what could help you out. What's that? A Cadillac and this girl named Bunny. Singing, what do you need? More love. What do you want? More money. What do you need? More love. What do you want? More money. One more time. More love. More money. Da, da, da. More love. More money.
Sometimes it takes money to get love.
Love, love, love. More money. Uh-huh. More love. More money. Yeah, right. Here we go.
Oh, yes, sir. Duke Tomato. The Duke Tomato Trio with a special bonus there. Oh, it's great. Michael Reed, the distinguished keyboard artist and songwriter. Annie Manley and Amy Eisenman on the vocals.
You know, Duke, they say
What do they say?
you can lose a lot of money chasing women, but you'll never lose women chasing money.
Oh.
Who says that?
No,
Hey,
no one says that.
it's actually pretty good advice. It is good advice. Yeah, you work hard, you try to make a good living, you're not going to lose women.
No.
I think a girl named Bunny is a lot better advice.
Well, that's going to cost you money.
Not the Bunny I know. Don't get started now. That's years ago.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
I
all
was
right.
much taller then.
I see. Well, thank you very much. Coming up, we have more delights, but right now I want to remind you that you got to look down the road. And what's down the road? Well, when you retire, you got to have some cash. Mabel? Maybe.
Mabel has cash.
Mabel, you know why she has cash?
Oh, Silac Insurance.
Mabel, sorry, maybe you're going to not have enough from your Social Security. How about some extra cash? Well, that's what the Silac Insurance Company wants to provide with an annuity. This is something that will counter the activities of the stock market, perhaps, the volatility that one sees there. An annuity is a way to make sure that that paycheck keeps coming after you retire. And by the way, with an annuity, you can't outlive your money. Find out how they work. Find out what restrictions might apply. Get all the details by going to Silac, S-I-L-A-C, SilacINS.com, the Silac Insurance Company. An easy way just to get some information. Grab your phone, go pound 250, and say the keywords lifetime income. Once again, that's pound 250, say lifetime income, and get some information. Or just go to bobandtom.com and click on over to the Silac Insurance Company. Find out what annuities are all about. In the future, being able to still have that paycheck coming in. The Silac Insurance Company. When it comes to your life and money, you want to plan on it and live on it. Thank you, the Silac Insurance Company, proud sponsors of the Christy Lee News Desk. We're in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios, and this is the Bob and Tom Show.
I get in a lot of awkward situations, I feel like. Recently in D.C., I threw up in the street. Which isn't a big deal. That happens. I'm a pretty heavy drinker. But what was different about this time was as I was about to throw up, you know, when you're just starting to come up, I made eye contact with a woman sitting outside of a Starbucks.
Yeah.
And then I held eye contact as I vomited.
Oh.
So it was just very awkward because she just saw me kind of look over at her and then go, and I mean, what's going on in her reality? You know,
She wants to watch that.
Did you get her number?
I did not get her number. I'm afraid. What if she go home and say, I was so ugly today I made a man vomit? I don't want her to think that, you know? So I had to go over and tell her it wasn't the case.
That's a bad hair day.
Yeah, if a man looks at you and vomits,
It is a bad day.
you need to visit your hairdresser ASAP.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a self-esteem killer.
Yeah,
right
it
there.
really is.
Yeah, but I get into stuff like that all
See,
the
I'm a
time.
sympathy monitor. I would have, if he had made eye contact with me, I would have.
Me too.
You would vomit also?
I would join you, yeah.
So when you smell vomit, you immediately vomit.
Say goodbye.
Let's move on.
So far we've covered soiling ourselves and vomit in the studio.
What next? All right, let's go into pussy lesions.
No.
No, Bob, that's wrong in the script. It's not pronounced pussy.
There you go.
You don't want to
written that way. I know it looks that way on the page.
You know, if you read that wrong at the audition, wow, that's a different movie.
Yeah,
Well, what's
entirely.
this, Mr. Abrams? I don't understand.
It's closer to a Mr. Skin film.
Yeah, I think so.
I would say.
Oh.
Yeah. So.
Now, were you a big drinker in college?
Yeah, I in college, I think I drank a little bit more than I do now. In college, whenever I drank, I would pass out. It was like my thing, you know? That's how people knew me.
Pass out guy?
Yeah. It got to the point where even before I went out, I'd go ahead and draw a dick on my face. Because it was going to happen.
It was going to happen. Your buddies were going to take care of it anyway.
Yeah.
Just take it right.
Oh, boy. You know.
Why wait?
It really is something else. I'm not a fan of that. I'm not.
That's
because first of all, what do they think? It's going to help me? You know, they think years from now I'm going to be saying, yeah, it got really bad. You know, I was just drinking all the time, passing out. And then one day I woke up, looked in the mirror, and I was like, TJ, get it together. And I owe it all to Steve and his artistic ability to draw a ball sack on my forehead.
The reviews are in, and America can't get enough of Chick McGee's Silac commercial. Fanatical fans everywhere are even watching it in reverse. You know, this actually kind of makes sense. Truth is, you won't be finding any retirement checks in your mailbox until you first go back into your house and log on to SilacINS.com. At the Silac website, you'll even find a special link just for Bob and Tom listeners. Hey, hold on now. This part shouldn't be going backwards. There we are. It's SilacINS.com. Don't go backwards in retirement. Look forward to your retirement. Look into an annuity from Silac Insurance.
This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, hi. With us in the studio, comedian Sal D'Amelio and Scott Dunn hanging out with us. Scott, anything else in your life of interest these days?
Well, I just bought that van. So we're
that's right. You got a big van.
We're enjoying that.
Van. Now, van or minivan?
Minivan. In this day and age, everyone just assumes minivan when you have children.
I would think.
How many people have the conversion van? Is that what they're called still?
Oh, I would love a conversion van, but yeah.
Is that where you can convert it into a bedroom?
Yeah. Boudoir.
Sweet.
No.
Really?
Yeah. Knock one out on the way going down the road. Let's pull into that rest stop, honey.
Well, you're going to have to leave the kids at the previous rest stop because.
Well, none of them are going to be there. Buying a car is a grind. I haven't bought a car from a dealership. It is like a 2-hour, 3-hour grind.
That's tough, yeah.
And so you don't want to be stuck with some idiot.
No.
You want a professional. You want
Sure.
somebody. So I've done a little list of how you can tell whether your car salesman's professional or unprofessional.
Oh, really?
Okay, good.
Okay.
We'll see.
All right.
A big bonus to these minivans is the DVD player in the back.
Oh, sure.
So if your salesman wants to show you how to operate it, that's professional. Mm-hmm. If he makes you go an extra hour on the test drive so he can watch the nude scene from American Pie, unprofessional.
Yeah, you're right. Okay.
Same token, you're buying a minivan for your family.
Mm-hmm.
So if he wants to show you the storage capacity, professional. If he wants to show you some great places to hide your weed, unprofessional.
All right.
Now, I understand that buying a car is negotiation. I'm trying to get a good deal. He's trying to make money.
Mm-hmm.
So telling me my offer is too low, understandable.
Okay.
Spitting in my coffee, unacceptable.
Wow.
Yep. On the same token, while we negotiate, if he tells you he needs to leave the room to go talk to his manager, that's probably okay.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
If he tells you he needs to leave the room to go drop a deuce, not okay. Not okay.
Too much information.
Wait.
Yeah.
$50 never killed anybody.
Well, he's never done this before.
Used cars, Christy.
Yeah. Now, this one's for the ladies, Christy.
Yeah.
If your car salesman offers you free financing, that's great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. If he offers you a free mustache ride, not so great.
No.
It depends on what he looks like.
There you go.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Depends how cheap you're getting this car.
And
What do I have to
finally,
do to get you into this car today?
and finally, if your car salesman tells you that the van is a certified pre-owned car, that's professional.
Yes.
If he tells you it's a certified poon wagon, unprofessional.
The old.
But good to know.
Yeah, but good to know.
Thanks very much.
Hi, this is Chick McGee from the Bob and Tom Show. Thanks for watching this morning's show. To listen, just go to bobandtom.com and check out the list for a station near you, or stream the online radio station on our website and the Bob and Tom app. The Bob and Tom Show, on air, on app, and on demand. Indianapolis must be 21 or older, from the Beer Brewery and Indy's Classic Rock, Q95.
Oh, nicely done.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the Silac Insurance News Desk.
Hey, Chick.
There's Pat Godwin.
Hey, Chick.
Hello, Josh Arnold.
Tom gave you a little pat on the head there,
Yeah, he
didn't he?
did.
I love it when Chick goes into DJ mode.
Feels good.
Chick, or Tom, you might be surprised. Chick knows what he's doing.
Very
Every
good.
now and then, there's Ace Cosby. I'm Chick McGee on my fuse is burned out. Hello, Tom.
Ain't that the truth, huh?
Is there a song called It's Checkout Time?
It's checkout time again.
I want to do this with
It's time to
every
leave
cell
you.
in my body. Are you ready?
Well, I've got a couple odd requests.
Okay. It's the only kind we play.
Pat, did you see this request?
For?
It's for one of your songs.
What?
That is odd. Somebody
Yeah.
would-
That doesn't happen.
Josh.
It's called a song called Gas Station Sushi.
Oh. Well, that really stuck in your craw.
It did.
Well,
the way
when you
said
get
it.
to be our age, you don't like hearing it.
I see. Well, I've got 25 years.
Yeah, good luck.
Okay, thank you very much. Now, you're getting a little bit of gray in your beard.
Oh, I'm mostly gray. Yeah.
Do people think you're older than you are because of that?
No, Oskay always thinks I'm younger.
Oh.
I told him I just turned 47. He's like, oh, I thought you were 42. So, I read young.
Yeah, you read at a 38-year-old level, right? What are you playing over there, fingers? What's going on?
At the Speedway, it was a display.
Yes, it was.
I was starving, I thought, what the hey? So I ate it, now I regret it. Gas station sushi. Zippy-doo-doo, although wasabi wasn't hot. Sashimi was gray, I should have thought. Past expiration, good explanation. Gas station sushi, Zazu-ba-da-boo-boo-boo-boo. I guess it smelled too fishy, like a tuna trawler in the sun. Soon my insides got squishy. Whoops, excuse me, I gotta run. My stomach's round, my face is splotchy. Next time I'll buy steak and use a hibachi. But I kept grinning and wiped my chin and ate more sushi. Josh, could I hear you scat a young man scat?
Yeah, a young man scat.
Not an old man scat like I would do.
Oh, arriba das Nerdl, a fars oblit, a pocket de simbi.
Sorry.
What?
Rom flu.
That was real close.
What did I almost say?
Pocket of semen.
Arriba da
The one with F and K.
Yeah, there was an O in there, fortunately.
I think it occurs. I think it occurs.
Can I buy an O for the there's no fa.
No use.
I didn't realize. I apologize.
You'll be here tomorrow. You and your youth. Someone else will be in your radio booth. You're a young man. You'll get another job. But don't eat that gas station sushi. I'm old.
Oh, we were talking about gas station sushi because they're trying to prevent people from buying something called gas station heroin.
Oh,
which is what is it? Tyaneptine, I think it is.
Yeah, it's like an upper thing.
So yeah, it's one of those dietary fad supplements that they think is kind of dangerous. So if you're at the gas station, maybe pass on it.
I think it's kind of dangerous.
Boy, just watch Requiem for a Dream and see if you should take any of that stuff.
Yeah. And keep your eye on Jared Leto's arm.
The fact that they sell it in jerky form has always troubled me. It's time to check in with Christy Lee. She's at the Silac Insurance News Desk. What's happening?
A newly opened attraction in China allows visitors to rest while suspended over a 320-foot cliff.
Oh, China's got it all together.
Don't they? The cliff bed experience at Megdanshan National Forest Park features a platform complete with a mattress and bedding situated 328 feet above the mountain base.
What's it called?
Mengshan National Forest. The attraction is also off limits to those who weigh more than 220 pounds or are shorter than 4'6". According to Global News, safety protocols include full body harnesses as well as the escort of professional guides who also provide photo services during the experience.
I mean, you're hanging right off of a cliff.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's in spectacular view.
Is there a scale right there? I'm assuming.
It must.
Because you can't. Most
can't.
people would lie about their weight.
Yeah.
China National Radio reported that since its launch in late April, the cliff bed has welcomed nearly 400 thrill seekers. Despite having bed in the title, the high-altitude accommodation is not meant for sleeping, but rather for people to chill and take selfies. There you go.
So nobody's spending the night?
But there, you can see it. It looks, there's a sort of a spectacular, almost like a pillar in the background of natural rock formation.
Terrifying.
Yep.
And it is a mattress dangling off the side of a cliff.
This is not that risky.
What?
Look at how well built. Like there's a deck. It's on a deck.
Yeah.
And you have a body harness, so you're not going to fall.
So you do this?
No.
No, I think that's her lederhosen. You know how popular that is in China.
I see.
Now, Pat, you could do this because you weigh under 220, but do you weigh under 220 when you have your full CPAP machine and the?
I'm under 220 now. Yeah, I could do that. I wouldn't do it.
What does the CPAP weigh? About 50 pounds?
That's a good question. Maybe 15 pounds.
Does that make like a yakata 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 sound at night?
No, it goes wow, wow.
Wait a minute.
Real
Wackata, wackata.
Hold it.
No, it's a.
I'm not really getting the sound of what sound does it make, Pat?
The truth is, it makes sort of a.
But your older model used to do what?
That's a lesser model of the CPAP.
I thought it was more of a pocket.
Yeah, so did I.
It was hard to sleep with the early model that went,
No.
Then they came up with the Wakata that was a little easier.
Now, do you have a portable version of it? So if you have an away game, you can.
It is portable.
Yeah, it is portable.
Oh, really? How big is it?
Yay, Bell. I'm on radio, but
the size of a shoebox.
Yeah, exactly.
Cigar box.
Let's go with either.
But the biggest pain is having to have a big thing of distilled water, right?
You have to carry that around like
what?
Yeah. You have to.
There's water in there. You're trying to. Are you being waterboarded or sleeping?
Any hotel you go to, you're walking in with.
I'm proud of you for using it. I know that it's helped you.
It actually is. It's a lifesaver.
Yeah.
What's the distilled water for?
So it doesn't get all
gummy,
calcified, like an iron. You have to
Now, do you use this distilled water in your enema bag as well?
No, that takes regular purified water.
I see. Okay, good to know. Does your lady friend like the sound of it?
Yes, and they celebrate his lady friend in the Old West.
Yes.
That's your lady friend over. She's the new school marm.
Does it take the spontaneity out of the spontaneousness out of it?
Yep.
Out of it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
He got into Columbia.
He's tired.
The spontaneity, is it taken away when you have to de-strap yourself from this contraption?
Hang on, honey.
We have our sex every night at 8:12, so the spontaneity isn't
Done by 8:15.
8:13. It's time to strap on the.
You had me when you referred to it as our sex.
Well,
I gave him 3 minutes.
it's a beautiful joining of love.
Yes.
It is.
Right.
Okay.
It's
Did you ever get caught in the hose?
Trip.
Yeah, I have actually.
How thick is the hose?
Well, gentlemen never tell.
Thank you for picking up on the bait.
Oh, yes, yeah. You wouldn't have been funny if you had said yeah. Not at all. Yeah.
See, now Josh, Mr. Bad Attitude is back. Now he's gonna shuffle out of here.
My little whippersnapper over here.
And we'll all, Josh, you can take the stairs because we all have to take the ramp.
That's right.
That's right.
How old we are. None of us have forgotten you. Punk.
We
Bring us our chairs.
Here comes the corpse parade.
We're in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. This is the Bob and Tom Show.